Back live at CollectCo. Test, test, test. Let me know everybody can hear me, all that jazz. Everybody logged on. No one's here yet. Kind of give it a few minutes. There we go. Matt's on. Hello, Matt. We're going to be selling some more comic books tonight. Probably more comics than toys. Tanner's got some toys over here. What's my area I'm grabbing from over here?
Yeah.
Any of that general vicinity?
Star Wars.
We have some Star Wars stuff I could show. Got some Batman stuff, some DC. What about this stuff over here? Is this good to go?
Yeah.
We got some Godzilla stuff, some Freddy versus Jason, some NECA stuff that looks fun. So I've got a few things I can pull from the toy realm, but it's likely mostly going to be comics tonight. We'll kind of see how it goes. What's up, Steve? How you doing today? And you guys know the deal as I start digging. If there's anything that we're looking for or want to know in particular, let me know. I did look for some turtle stuff because you guys were asking for turtles last week, and I guess the week before, and I didn't really get to it yet. So I'm going to keep digging. I found some interesting stuff that we're going to pull up, and yeah. So I'm going to kind of give a few minutes for people to file in here. Let everybody jump in. See my tablet over here. There we go. I'm gonna go through Alien, Predator, Dark Horse, LOL. No, probably not tonight. I'm gonna recap some of the stuff we've already gone through pretty quickly, just in case anybody wants a second look at that. Then I've got 3 new boxes of slabs we haven't shown. And I've got these magazines still. This is all that's left from our 2 magazine shorts. This is all we have left. So we're gonna try to see if we can move the rest of this so I can free this box up. But we are taking notes. What's up, Richard? Melanie's got a list in there of stuff you guys are requesting. So as we go, I can be pulling that kind of stuff. But we're still just taking the trip down the alphabet right now. You know, we've got boxes like A through G or something pulled right now. But it stopped just shy of Godzilla, which you guys were asking for Godzilla comics too. We haven't made it that far down the line yet. But, you know, that looks good for maybe next week. So yeah, this is what, week 4 of doing this, I think. Last week we took the week off. Tanner was out of town, and basically I don't know how to run this shindig by myself. I just show up and just kind of fake it till I make it selling this stuff. So without Tanner, I was lost, so we didn't do it. But we're back today, so we're gonna make it happen here. So give it a few more minutes. Look like you guys are filing in. I do have, he's handing me some aliens and some predators, so I've got some action figures coming in over here that I'll just fly by. We've got, you know what, we're going to start with the alien. Here we go. This guy, we got $44.99 on him. Aliens versus Predator. I'm trying to see the Warrior Alien. Anybody wants that? $44.99. We'll set him right here. I got a NECA Predator 2. If you need somebody to kill your alien, he's fantastic. I have a whole bunch of these at the house. Those accessories are crazy. That's $34.99 on this guy. And we have the Ultimate Alien Hunter Laser Shot Predator. Pretty awesome. $34.99 on him. So it's $44.99 on the Alien, $34.99 on the Predators. I'm gonna slide these guys over here. You guys know they're here. And yeah, as far as the comics, like, it's just, there's no telling. This stuff's all mixed in, A to Z, just is all kinds of random stuff. We're just kind of getting through it. And where are we gonna start? We're gonna try to work on these magazines while everyone's filing in. If you guys have attended the other shows, you kind of know what's cooking here. We've got Eerie number 36 from 1971. Get out of my glare there. It's $59. That's a CGC 7.5. I've got Eerie number 12. That's from 1967. There we go. Our camera's still too low. We'll have to adjust that here in a minute. Got $44 on this guy. Try to leave them out. This is the cover I like the best from last week. Eerie number 10, almost a Skeletor looking cover. That's a CGC 9.6. This guy is $210. For the serious Serious Erie Collectors. We sold one of these. We had two. That's Warren Presents number 8 Panther. Tanner, I need to pull this camera up. It's too low. $35. With my luck, I'll end up somehow throwing it in the floor if I try this. Hello, Susie. So there we go. Warren Presents number 8. That's 1980. That's Panther. $35 on that. I got to be able to get it all in the shot when I hold it up. So up a little bit more. Keep on cooking. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I can work with that. Let's push this stuff back so I have room to get it tilted. We're still doing a work in progress on our setup, guys, as you see week to week. I'm over here in the OG spot. Chad's moved over to the other side of the room, so I'm over here in the middle where you guys are probably used to seeing everything. So there's a Panther. If you see anything you like, holler. I'll show it again. Here's a Vampire Tales number 6, 1974. It's a 9.0, 110 bucks on that. These prices are all from GPA analysis, by the way, so it's all the current going rate. We're not inflating it or pricing anything crazy. We've got Batman Damned, CGC 9.8, that's $45. I'm running out of room, so I'm just gonna slide these back in the box. Marvel graphic novel number 16, Aladdin Effect, that's 119. And the Pizzazz number 2. So, no, it's Pizzazz number 1, right? Yeah, Pizzazz number 1. There we go. This is the Star Wars cover, Star Wars edition, whatever, Star Wars cover and article. It's got the subscription, iron-on transfer, and the popcorn bag. So all the inserts are complete, is why it's so much money. And that is a cool, what do we say it was? $207 is what this guy runs. You guys are still filing in here. Let me know what you're looking for. And also, if you're new, make sure you like and follow the page. Make sure you message. Everybody do the little deal where you're giving us the likes so you can blow us up. The more you comment, the more engagement we have, the more Facebook will show this or YouTube will show this in people's feeds. So the easier it is for us to grow. So if you can like us, share us, comment, all that stuff, engage. And yeah, we're doing the giveaway. I got to mention that right off the cuff too. So you remember 2 weeks ago I mentioned we're doing a $50 raffle for everyone that bought something last week. So same deal. This is the second week. We have all the names set aside of everybody that bought stuff 2 weeks ago. So everybody that buys something tonight, you're going in the raffle. When are we doing the drawing, Tanner? Sometime later this week. So by the time we have another sale, we're going to have a winner. So by the time we roll around, hello, Carol Anderson. By the time we roll around again, we are going to have a winner. And you guys can spend $50 on whatever you want to. Turtles and Spider-Man. Jimmy, I did look for turtles for you. I found some Spawn stuff. I thought we had some graded turtles, but we didn't. I was thinking about, something else. We have like all these boxes to dig through. I dug through as many as I could get through today. Did not come up with any turtles. I was specifically looking for you. Doesn't mean they're not coming. It just means that they're still not coming tonight. Any toys tonight? Star Wars is my jam. Yes, Brandon, we have a whole table of Star Wars we're going to get to in a minute. I'm just kind of still warming up, showing some stuff from last week, just trying to recap so we can get moving here. I have, this is the scratch and dent, what's left of that. So you guys, this was very popular. We almost moved every one of these. Black Widow number 1. This is $30 or best offer. Okay. Yeah, some more Batman should be coming up. And this is a Adam Hughes cover. This is from the last run of Black Widow. So that's fun. And the damage on this was right here. So there's only a few of these left. Like I said, I'd definitely like to get rid of these just so I don't have to worry about, the damaged ones getting mixed in with the good stuff. Daredevil 169, that's 1981. I've got $81 on that, or best offer. It's got a slight crack right here. If we can see that, it will still display fantastically. This is an old CGC slab too. That guy's due for a reslab anyway. So, yeah. Daredevil 500. It's a 9.0. We got a crack on the corner right here. So I got him at 60. All these are our best offer. So Punisher number 2. Yeah, I said it last week too. I don't know why this is $65. CGC 9.8. That's what the last price was though. It is what it is. So we got the crack right here. If we can see the crack right there and make an offer on that, I'll definitely let that go cheaper than 65. Walking Dead, number 1. That is the Wizard World Philadelphia edition. So unless you just got money, you're not getting the first print Walking Dead number 1 unless you got a whole lot of money just to burn, or if you got lucky and were just buying all the image books when they were coming out. But you can get your reprint, 32 bucks or best offer. Damage is on the corner right there. I've got Fantasy Masterpieces number 11, $63 on that. This is from 1967. It's the last issue before it becomes Marvel Superheroes. This one's got a little bit of a problem. He got dropped pretty good. Good evening, Leslie and Gary. So, but you know, for what it is, it's still displayed pretty nicely, or you can just have it sent in and reslabbed. You know, they'll put it in the new one for like 15 bucks or 20 bucks or something like that, reholdered. And here we go. The Cat number 1, 52 bucks. This is the one I talk about. I bought it for my daughter because I thought it was Hellcat. Then I later found out, LOL, it's Tigra. So, still, first appearance, 52 bucks, CGC 4.0. So we're looking for Batman and Star Wars toys. So I can segue from this. Let me get through the rest of this here. Where are we at? This is my Shattered Marvel 1000. It's 45 bucks on that guy. I'm gonna flip through this pretty quickly. Aquaman number 2. This is the one where he loses his hand. So that's terrible. Becomes a cripple. $54 on that. 9.6 CGC. We have some Godzilla toys over here, but I do not believe we got into the Godzilla comic shit. And I know it sucks. When I have more time, I will go through and try to dig all this out. We've only got 20 bucks on this. Is that what happened? Dark Knight's Death Metal, Legends of the Dark Knight, or whatever this is. Somebody was asking about the Dark Death Metal stuff 2 weeks ago when we were done. I couldn't find it. It was in this box. So whoever that was asking about it, it's 20 bucks and it's right here. Somebody can be the first sale of the night and get a $20 Batman slab. It's got a pretty crazy cover on it. I got Old Man Logan, number 2. He's 37. And also to reiterate, these are not damaged. The ones I stated were damaged. These right here. Everything else that I've been going through since this Marvel 1000 is good to go. So I've just got a handful of cracked ones left and we're straight. All right, Superman's Girlfriend, Lois Lane, number 69. She's 35 bucks. You take the Legends. Scott Frazier has the Legends for $20. That is sold. Death Metal Legends of the Dark Knight. Scott Frazier, 20 bucks. Tanner, are you gonna get that box for me where I can? Yeah. Appreciate. All right, Old Man Logan. Gwen Vereen. So we got a Gwen Stacy variant cover. I don't know if you guys like Gwen Stacy. I'm a Gwen Stacy fan. 37 bucks on that. That's what we got on it. It's a 9.6 white pages. Pretty cool. I know you're either Mary Jane or Gwen Stacy, or some guys like the Black Cat or whatever. I always like Gwen Stacy. I don't know. Superman's Girlfriend, Lois Lane. I would definitely take Gwen Stacy over Lois Lane. That's Lois Lane 69. That's a 6.0 from 1966. Hello, AC. That's only 35 bucks for that. That's a pretty good little price for that right there. So, zip on through here. When Gods Walk the Earth, the Eternals number 3. That's an 8.0. That's a $20 slab. 20 bucks, you can have it. Eternals number 2. We're looking at 37 on that one. That's a CGC 8.0. The Coming of the Celestials. I'll take a moment to pause real quick and make sure that I do the speech. Let's see that Lois Lane again. I'll pull it up. Make sure if you guys are on YouTube that you're making sure that your feed is up to date. Always look, because I have problems here with the feed just lagging and getting behind and the bids come through or you see things late. Here's the Lois Lane again. So just kind of obsessively, compulsively make sure that you're up. You know, make sure you guys are good to go on the feed. 35 bucks on the Lois Lane 69. That is October 1966. If you wanted Brandon, let me know. We're going to keep on trucking. Also the deal about liking the page, following all that jazz, any new buyers, messages so we can get your payment information. I got Dark Knight's Metal number 2. That's a 9.8. $66 on that one. Brandon Jones were sold. So Brandon Jones has Superman's girlfriend, Lois Lane, that is sold to Brandon Jones for $35. All right, appreciate that. Where did we leave off? I got this death metal, that's what we were showing. Yeah, so you guys asked for the Dark Knight stuff, and I think we'd already slid that box out of the way. So I don't know which one you guys were looking for, this one or the other one. This one's 66 bucks on that. It's a third print on that jazz. Here's the Flash books. I always show these together because they are together. Flash, the Fastest Man Alive, number 13. They're both CGC 9.8s. Dueling covers. There's two covers for this. The Death of Bart Allen. Two different covers exist. You're looking at both of them right here. These guys are 90 bucks a pop. If anybody wants them both, you can make an offer and we might play Let's Make a Deal. You might catch both these Flash books. Or if you just want one in particular, see how it says which cover is which. Tony Daniel did both the covers. Okay, that's cool. Well, we'll just sort it out. We'll call this one cover A and this one cover B. Do we do PayPal? We will invoice you through Square, and you can sort that out. I'm sure Square takes PayPal. You guys in the comments probably pay more than more than I do. I just pay in-house. You guys can let them know what we're taking here. But you'll get an invoice in your email. So I'm looking at Flash 142. That's December 1964. It's a trick. 136 bucks. Do we send to Australia? So the question is, we will ship anywhere, but I can't tell you what the shipping is going to be to Australia. So I do know we've got a record buyer that is in Australia, and he buys a lot of stuff and he pays for it. And he holds his shipments for like several weeks at a time, and then we ship them all at once. So I do know that happens. I do know it is expensive, and that's, just it is what it is. The $7 flat rate shipping, that's only for the continental United States, the lower 48 or whatever. I don't even think that applies to Alaska or Hawaii. I don't know. Somebody will let me know if it does, if you're watching from there. But it's not, most definitely not to Australia. There you go. Thank you, Brandon. So Ultimate 6 number 3, we got 50 bucks on that guy. Dr. Octopus, Electro, Sandman, Norman Osborn, and Craven appearances. That's $50 on this guy. So I'm gonna just pick everything up and show you one more time before we move on. Got Black Widow number 1. If you see something you like, say. Daredevil 169, Daredevil 500, Punisher number 2 from 2022, Walking Dead number 1, Fantasy Masterpieces, The Cat number 1, Marvel Comics 1000, Aquaman number 2, Old Man Logan number 2, Eternals number 3, Eternals number 2, Dark Knight's Metal number 2. We got our Flash number 13, both covers there. I've got my Flash 142 with the Trickster appearance, and Ultimate 6 number 3. Any Nightwing? We may have some Nightwing. We had some last week. I'm not sure if it's sold or not. We'll have to look in here and see. I got some Nightwing fans on here, maybe. I'm going to go ahead and slide this box out of the way since we've kind of gone through this guy. Yeah. How much was the metal? Let me dig back in there. I think it was 66, but I'm going to make sure. It was $66. Paul. So if you want it, let me know before I move on. And I'm also open to offers. So if you want to come in a little lower than that, I might take it. It is a 9.8 metal number 2. Pretty metal cover going on there. Third print. I'm going to slide it down over here. All right. We're going to keep on rolling here. Young Terrorist number 1, 9.8. Public Enemies. It takes a nation. It takes a nation of millions to hold us back. Cover homage. That's 78 bucks on that. Young Terrorist, $38 on this one. The Adventures of the Jaguar, number 2. He's 135 bucks. That's a niche book. I know that. The right buyer will snatch it. War of the Worlds, Amazing Adventures, 18. That's a 7.5. We're looking at $55 on that. Amazing Spider-Man, #1. Humberto Ramos cover. That's 2014 #1. So whatever volume of Spider-Man this is here, that's a #1 on that. That's $50, and it's got a little COA back there. Dynamic Forces, whatever we're doing with that. Special limited series. So that's 50 bucks on the Spidey #1. Spidey #1 you can never really go wrong with too, because I mean it's still the volume 3 or whatever of Spider-Man or whichever one this is. It's hard to keep track, you know, how they do all this. Amazing Spider-Man 403 Carnage appearance. That's a 9.8. This is $76 on this one. Spider-Man 539, 9.8, $66 on this guy. Amazing Spider-Man 549, Brand New Day. This is a jackpot appearance. It's the variant. Is this a steam? No, it's not the steampunk variant. That was a different one. This is the Dynamic Forces. 119 bucks on that guy. All right, Jimmy says Spider-Man. Which Spider-Man? I've shown several now. You want the Spider-Man #1? Gotta make sure I don't know how far behind on the feed you are. So let me know, Jimmy, which Spider-Man you're looking for. Probably do some toys here in just a minute when I get done with this crate here, so I can spread it out some. Yes, okay. So Spider-Man #1 sold to Jimmy LaCroix for $50. All right. So we saw that when we saw the Carnage. You guys want to see any of this stuff up close, let me know. I'm going to just try to get through it as quick as I can so we can show as much stuff as we can tonight. Amazing Spider-Man 556. 30 bucks. That's a nice cheap slab. Also, I got reports that you guys are liking the shipping. Everything's showing up fantastic. I touched base today to see how all this has worked out because I was kind of worried. Shipping slabs is always just, you know, yeah. This is everything I'm doing right now is our best offer. If you don't like the price on something I'm showing, you got a close offer, bro. Let me know. We will play. Let's make a deal. I'm trying to move some of this stuff. Yeah. So the shipping all turned out okay. So you guys have just kind of been watching. You know, don't be afraid because we've had no issues so far. We've done 3 sales. As far as I know, everything is shipped out that's been paid. We have had no issues so far. We got lots of compliments. People, you know, thanking us for the bomb-proof packaging that we've been doing. Yeah, there we go. Thank you, Stephen. Packing was great on the slab, so I appreciate it. And you guys know the deal too. The more you guys buy into this stuff, the quicker I can start moving this stuff. The quicker I can go start buying more collections. There's people coming at us in our inbox trying to sell us stuff. But we're kind of pumping the brakes till we get rid of some of the stuff that we're working on right now because honestly, my table's full. So I need to move some of this stuff so I have room to bring more stuff in. This store is so full of records, even with them moving it, you know, moving everything around the way they have. And Chad's pulled out stuff all over the place. It's my area for comics is still pretty small. So buy in, let's get this thing moving. This can be the best comic sale in the history of the internet by the time we're done with it. So Spider-Man 2581, got $43 on this. Spider-Man 344, first app of Cletus Cassidy, which is it's Carnage in human form. I couldn't believe this didn't move last week. It's only 58 bucks on this. So for the Carnage fans, the Spider-Man Venom fans, you know Cletus Cassidy is the guy under the symbiote suit of Carnage. So it's Woody Harrelson from the movie. It's that character. This is the first appearance of him. Plus, it's an awesome cover. This is actually the first full appearance of Cardiac too. So that's just a random 90s Spider-Man villain. Pretty cool stuff. It's a 9.6 on this. That's awesome. Paul, you received, okay, some record invoices, but you received all from the comic side. That's awesome. Awesome. All right, so anybody wants to jump on this guy, it's only 58 bucks, which I think is still crazy for a 9.6, but that's what GPA says, so that's where we're at. Spider-Man 600, 9.6. This is a second print on this guy. $35 for Spider-Man 600, second print. Spider-Man 638. He's 90 bucks. That's a second print on this guy. Spider-Man 648. It's a partial blank cover, all except the logo. That's a 9.6 sketch edition, but it's graded without a sketch. You can feel free to bust it and, you know, draw on it if you want to. 165 bucks. So definitely will take offers on that for sure. Spider-Man 662, 9.6, $30. Nice cheap one. Okay, I got a few more to go through and we're gonna do some toys. All right, here's one I have, Spider-Man 800. I've got the same one. This is a Mobius Virgin variant. So this is probably some type of ratio variant at the shop. We had to buy like so many copies of Spider-Man to make this happen. 87 bucks on this guy. You out? All right, Tanner's out for the night. Amazing Spider-Man Venom Inc. Alpha. This is also a Virgin variant. This is the Ranov. We're looking at $172 on that guy. Amazing Spider-Man Venom Inc. Alpha #1 Unknown Comics Virgin variant. Flash Thompson becomes the new anti-Venom here. So if you're fans of the anti-Venom or Flash Thompson or curious about how that works out, that's 37 bucks for that 9.8. So that's another nice cheap one. Animosity #1, that's a 9.8. We're looking at 30 bucks on that guy. Astonishing Tales #1, that is $58. So we've got Dr. Doom and the Shadow of Doomsday. That's actually pretty awesome. And I say the price on that is 58 bucks. Again, you guys got offers, let me know. Astonishing X-Men #1. This is 2004, Joss Whedon story. That's the Cassidy variant cover. He's 65 bucks. Avengers vs. X-Men #1. Manufactured with the peel apart label for the digital download card. All comics have that now. A Romita Jr. variant. Probably not his best work, but if you like him, here he goes. $39 for that guy. Actually, is that Romita? Yeah. Yeah, that's Junior. All right, let's rock around. Avengers vs. X-Men Axis #1. The Darsky variant. 30 bucks. Anybody wants anything out of that box? Anybody has any offers on that box? Let's make it happen. Oh yeah, I said it right. 25 on the Venom. Let's see which Venom we're talking about here. Let me roll it back. So I have two possible Venoms you're talking about. The Venom Inc. Virgin. This guy's 172 for this one. And this one here was 37. So if you're wanting this one for 25, Paul, we can make that happen. So just let me know here in a second. Any vintage Cap going on? I have some old Avengers in this pile we're going to get into, not any old Captain America. So. Yeah, I always troll Melanie with Joss Whedon and call him Josh Wheaton. Yep. So you want this one, the 37? You can have it for, what do we say, $25. So Amazing Spider-Man Venom Inc. Alpha #1 sold to Paul Nordstrom for $25. All right. Just showing this one off again because this is an awesome cover. I know there's glare. Glare sucks, but it's great. All right, so they're gonna do some toys next. So let me go find some. What do we want? We want Star Wars. That's what I've got out, I think. I'm looking at some Star Wars, some Spawn stuff. I got some more Aliens over here. Probably just grab all of it. I need Melanie to hurry up back there with what she's doing. So now that Tanner's gone, I'm gonna need a helper to run me things. So Melanie, hurry up watching your video. She's watching Paul's video from last night, going over, finishing that up, all the rest of the stuff that was sold. All right, I'm gonna grab some Star Wars stuff real quick. All right. What do we have here? What even are these? Micro Machine Star Wars action fleets. Okay. Opening cockpit, little guys can get in there and do their business. That's cool. We got the Luke's X-Wing Starfighter, obviously. Here we go. Hey, Dale, how are you doing? That's $24.95 on this guy. And we've got the A-Wing. He is $29.95 on this guy. So I'm gonna slide these guys over here. Anybody wants to make a deal on both of them or something, you know, let me know. We'll see what we can do. We got 24 and 29. This one's kind of beat up too, man. So we're gonna kind of, I'll tell you what, we'll probably do like 40 for both of these guys. Anybody wants these Micro Machines? Let me fly them up here. So even though the package is a little beat up, I would like to think that Micro Machines are something you guys would open if you're into that type of thing. So, and we sold a bunch of these the first week, and this one didn't sell, and I was kind of disappointed. Purchase of the droids. We got Uncle Owen, we got C-3PO, and we got Luke Skywalker here. Made lots of good jokes about burning up your Uncle Owen with your magnifying glass in the sun, or whatever it is you want to do to make him movie accurate. So this guy was $21.95 for this. Let's slide him over here for a minute while I go dig out some more stuff. Oh, that's cool. Found a Harley Quinn. She's going to be $19.99 when I carry her back over here. I'm going to bring these aliens back with me too. All right, what do we got? DC Comics Multiverse. Don't believe that sticker on the front. We've got her marked at $19.99. So this would be your DCEU accurate, semi-accurate Harley Quinn. $19.99, you can have her. Yeah, it's not in the best condition, but the figure's still fantastic. So bust her open, put her on your shelf. She's got a bat and a leg, so she already dismembered somebody. Took the bat to somebody. It's probably a Build-A-Figure, but I'd rather believe that she's out there doing Joker's business, taking legs. So put her over here. I got some more aliens. A Rhino alien. That's a hoss. We're looking for $34.99 on this guy. And another Rhino alien. We got a color variant. What's going on here? Different ones. Just color variants, the same figure. So they're both $34.99. Anybody's digging that? I'm gonna leave these here while I go look for some more stuff. Again, let me know over here on the comments what we're looking for, toy-wise, so I can send Melanie out to go find it. And I'm gonna dig for that Avengers for the old cap that I've got for Mark, just in case he is down with that. Slide on over here. Got some, I got some horror stuff that's good for the season. I might move to that next. And once I get this sorted, we'll do another box of comics. We don't have any takers on this stuff. And all this stuff's available in the store. So anytime you guys that do come in here, you know, we're just pulling stuff off the shelf. You know, I don't know if you've ever seen the main room, if Chad's done a video tour of the store. You know, I know he has. So you just have to kind of check that stuff out. You know that I'm literally standing everywhere I look is toys, action figures, comics, records, CDs, all kinds of just pop culture stuff, just everywhere I'm looking. I'm looking at a $900 Metallica poster in front of me, you know, so it's crazy stuff. Everywhere you look in here, it's stuff. Kiss stuff all over the place. I got Simpsons, Godzilla. So, you know, let me know what we're looking for here. We'll make something happen. So I'm about to slide this stuff out of the way here. No takers on the Rhino aliens. We're going to scoot these guys over. Speaking of Metallica, we were talking about Metallica last show, 2 weeks ago, was before the big on sale. So I know, you know, a few of you guys were out there going to get tickets to Metallica. I did hit my Met Club Legacy pre-sale. I got tickets to Nashville and Atlanta. We held off on Tampa though, because we're going to get tickets with our fam down there and coordinate for that. But all in all, I ended up getting 12 tickets for Metallica. And you guys that have gone to see Metallica, you know what that probably was like, buying 12 tickets at once for Metallica. It was, my bank doesn't like me, but it happened. It'll be, I'll be 44 shows deep, 46 after Tampa. All right, so here we go. I'm going to slide this guy out of the way too. Your shiny C-3PO, your Luke Skywalker, your Uncle Owen Lars. He's coming back over here. I'm making room for the horror stuff. These Micro Machines are taking off. Yeah, 12 tickets. I'm taking the whole fam. It's crazy. Me and wife, both my kids. My daughter is 18. She's seen Metallica 5 times. My son is 10. He's seen them 4 times. I'm sitting at 41 right now. It's kind of what I do. Saw Megadeth last weekend. For you guys that are local to Nashville, I don't know if anybody else went to that show. You'll take the Harley. Paul Brothers got the Harley Quinn, 1999, sold. Yeah, Megadeth killed it. They played Municipal Auditorium. Oh yeah, the kids do. The kids are very happy about it. Yeah, Megadeth played Municipal. I took my daughter to that. It was her first GA experience where she got to go do the whole deal with the crowd surfers and the mosh pits and just all the insanity, the drunk people and making friends in the pit and all that kind of stuff. So it was her first really true concert experience. We got up fourth row, dead center, for Megadeth. For you guys that are my age, showing my age, Megadeth and Metallica, that's what the world revolved around when I was a kid. So that kid in me, I still cater to that kid and take that kid to go see Metallica and Megadeth every chance I get. Friday the 13th, part 2, the body count continues. Look at that jazz. That's pretty fantastic. $29.99 for Friday the 13th, part 2. This is season for this stuff, so you gotta snatch this stuff up. Freddy versus Jason. Oh, that's a cool figure. Got the flame effect. Yeah. $34.99 on him. Friday the 13th. The New Blood. This is part 7. Oh, wow. Check the detail on that. Let me get that in close. Try to get the glare off of it. There we go. Okay, Paul Brothers got Friday the 13th, part 2. Sold, $29.99. Got Freddy versus Jason, and this is first come. These are not auctions, so you guys holla if you hear me. $34.99. First person to claim it gets it on this stuff. Friday the 13th, part 7. This one is this is just gnarly. This is just a good figure. $34.99 on that. NECA just make such good figures. I'm definitely a fan. You want the part 7? So I'm just making sure here. Do you want the part 7 as well, or did you want the part 7 and not the part 2? Just making sure, Paul. The lag, I know it's always like 10 seconds from live to when I say it to when you guys catch it. Yeah, let's see what else we got over here while waiting on this clarification. We got some X-Men box sets, some Avengers box sets I'm about to pull up here. Waiting on Paul Brothers to let me know. Yes, part 2 and 7 sold. Friday the 13th sold to Paul Brothers, $34.99. There we go. Aries, EMS. Yeah. That's one of my favorite buyers we've got here. When I'm back there in shipping land and the invoices are coming through and I see one of his invoices, I'm like, man, this man is devoted to his collection and I respect it. All right, so the Freddy versus Jason, you may want to clear the table and take this, get it out of here. $34.99 on this guy before I have to go put him back on the shelf. The lag is bad, yeah. It's like that, bro. That's why I'm telling you guys, like I know enough from sitting back here because I'll be back there shipping while Chad's doing the sell. And I'll kind of know what's coming. I'll know if he's got some Megadeth or something I've got my eye on. And I'll hear him talking here in the building. And I'm like, why am I not hearing this? And I have to keep like all the time just checking my lag. And I'll go from live to like 2 minutes behind. And it's all the time it happens. I don't know if just internet in Lebanon or if it's this building or what it is here. But when I'm on Facebook, I hardly ever have problems. But when I'm on YouTube, man, it just always lags behind. So, that's just a pro tip from you guys. If you're serious bidders trying to snatch these records and snipe these records from everybody, I would be jumping on there on Facebook for sure, man. Because YouTube just doesn't have their business together with the lag. It's just, for me personally, just speaking in here, it's always something. Always gets behind. And I never ever have problems on Facebook. We're gonna take Freddy versus Jason out of here. He's gonna go away sad because nobody wanted him. I'll put him down here with this Predator, which will bring these up. We got more viewers now than we had earlier, so I'll kind of shoot these by just in case. These were cool. I like these Predators better than the other ones. Laser shot Predator. X is faster. I've never tried it on X. The old Twitter, it's still weird calling it X. But yeah. All right, so these aliens, we had the Warrior Alien, and we had the Predator 2 Ultimate Stalker Predator. Love these movies. Did you guys watch Prey? I know those hit or miss. See, people either loved it or they hated it. I absolutely love Prey. I watched it 2 times in a row. I watched it, and then the very next day I watched it again, and then I made my family watch it. So I made the kids watch it. That was their first Predator movie, was Prey. I think I've seen them all in the theaters except the first one. Except Prey, of course, because it came out on like Netflix or whatever it came out on. I would have gone to the theater to see it, though. Always a fan of this style stuff. So this stuff's flying over here. Nobody wants it. It's going to take a walk. Freddy versus Jason. Jason's going bye-bye. All right. Got some Spawn stuff. I have some Spawn comics too, so we'll show the figures first, then the comics. These figures are so big, I'm not gonna even get them in the shot right. King Spawn with demon minions. Okay. That is fantastic. Can I get that in there without the glare? There's so many lights in this place. This is a freaking centerpiece right here. Put this on your shelf. Look at that. It's $49.99. That's fantastic. That's actually a good price for that. Got 3 little demons. He's got a stand back there. Looks like a whole arsenal back there behind him. 22 moving parts. That is fantastic. Let's slide him right here. Melanie, if you're listening, I'm about to have to switch boxes out in a second. So if you want to slide on up here in a second, help me rearrange some of these boxes real quick. And Spawn's Cygor. That's like Mecha Kong pretty much. Frankenstein, King Kong. He's got his little gauntlets, his bitey face. He's angry. It's awesome. We're looking at $29.99 on him. Man, that's a steal too. Hey Doug, what's up, brother? You still at work or you home yet? We podcasting tonight? No, Corey's not on his way. That's what we're supposed to be doing. You know, Doug and I do a wrestling podcast. We were doing it out of Coletco, but it was too noisy doing it here while we're working. So, but you guys know Doug moved on. He's got another job, and we're all sad. But you know, we're supposed to be podcasting at some point this week, but our work schedules just aren't really jiving. McFarlane toys are indeed awesome, man. They are the best. I dig them. I'm gonna slide these Spawn guys out of the way. Then we're gonna get back to comics for a second. Nobody wants this. Everything right there, Melanie, I've already shown. This, yep, this has all been up. What I need to move is these 2 boxes over here are gonna take flight, and I need some of these boxes over here. So these guys can go yonder ways. And I'm gonna pull up some of the boxes we did not get into last week. All right. Yeah, y'all were asking for Cap. There's some Captain America in this box. I don't know if we went through this one or not. This box is so full I can't even. It's in there backwards too. I'll take one more box to the left of that. All right. Let's see what's on the bottom first, because I've been through this box right here.
Ooh.
It's Doctor Strange. Oh, that's
Iron
Iron Fist.
Fist.
That's the super high
Rawhide
stuff with the
Kid.
9.9s and the 10s in it.
Colt, you want me to go grab a box from the back?
Nah, this.
This is all that Kid Colt.
Yeah, the Kid Colt. All right, I'm gonna hit these boxes for right now, and
By Mike Coulter that
Melanie's looking at a signed Luke Cage back here. All right, this box is so full I gotta take a book out of it just to move the stuff around. So again, I'm going to try to go through this pretty quick on this box. And then I have some raw comics too coming up. I have a bunch of old war comics that I found. And there might be some more Westerns. But I just said I was going to hit these spawns first. So let's hit these spawns, get this out of the way. I showed the cap first. So look, cap, volume 4, number 8. We got 25 bucks on that. If somebody wants a cheap Captain America slab, there you go right there. He's all chained up. Lord knows what's happening here. But it's a 9.8. It's cool stuff. It's a good gift. It's cheap enough to give it to somebody. Here's a spawn that we got, right? Spawn number 8. Again, that's very fine. 10 bucks. That's a classic McFarlane cover. While we're talking about McFarlane stuff, if you don't already have this cover and you're a comic book fan, you're a McFarlane fan, or you're just getting into it, just get it. I probably got 6 of these. This is one where I like buy it every time I see it. So 10 bucks for that. And also right behind it, I've got Spawn number 9. This is the first appearance of Angela and also Medieval Spawn. So Angela, I believe, is a Marvel property now. She's bought her out, or Marvel's bought her out, and they're using her probably with Valkyrie or something crazy like that, or whatever they were doing. They put her in the Thorverse or something. Yeah, Spawn 8 and 9. We got $10 on Spawn number 8, which is a classic McFarlane. This is the Spidey, basically the Spidey homage, the Spidey number 1. And Spawn number 9. The first Angela and first Medieval Spawn, which is its own thing. Yes, yes, sir. Amadeus, that's my boy Primetime D right there. Real life friend, hanging out in North Kakalaki right now. He is free and clear of all of the damage and devastation out there. What's up, Primetime? Yes, classic covers on the Spawn books. So I'm gonna set these guys right now, let you guys think about it. $10 and $15. These are both very good buys. So I've got also, like I said, I got some war comics, the loose stuff I'm about to get into, and I've got some more Star Wars stuff. So kind of seeing how it's going to go here. Give you guys a minute for the lag to catch up on these spawns. We're going to shoot through some shorts real quick, I guess. All right, I'm going to slide these out of the way. Both spawns for 20. Let's see here. Yeah, I can make that happen. What year are the spawns? This would have been like, what, 92 or something? Is that what year this happened? Whenever 90, no, 91, 92, whenever, no, it had to have been 92 at least. What do we got here? March 93 on the number 8. Yeah, because everybody defected from Marvel and found an image and all that stuff happened, and we're at number 8, so yeah, I'll take that, Paul. So $20, these are both sold to Paul Brothers for 20 bucks. Spawn 8 and 9. All right, I'm gonna thumb through this super quick. You guys see anything you want, holler. Captain America, number 9. This is volume 4. This is 25 bucks, so it's another cheap cap slab. Catwoman, number 23. It's a 9.6, 29 bucks on that. Catwoman, number 67. That's a 9.8. We're looking for $68 on this. What's the deal with that? It's Adam Hughes cover. That's the deal. So for Adam Hughes collectors out there, I know we do have some because they have messaged me about Adam Hughes covers in particular. And one of my best friends is a Adam Hughes fiend. He buys anything Adam Hughes does. His name is Mike. Mike may watch these sales from time to time. He's a comic artist, actually. He's working on a book right now. Let's see, any other vintage raw? Yeah, I've got a whole stack of old stuff I'm about to get into. But if you're asking for vintage Spawn or vintage Cap, I've got a short box of Spawn, like just a mile deep. I just pulled those two out of the front, and brought those out. But I've got all kinds of Spawn I can show. It's not priced to move right now, but I can figure it out for probably next week, or maybe I could have Melanie look at it. Civil War, that's a 9.8. It's 25 bucks on that for whatever variant this is. Wizard World 2006. Making sure I'm not missing any comments here. All right. Comic Reader, that's a Stan Lee cover. Look at that. That's a 9.0, Comic Reader 179. That's a $40 book. $40 and it's yours. Creatures on the Loose. I was captured by the Gorilla. That's 1971. Yeah, that's 1971. That's number 12. What we got? 67 bucks on that guy. First issue spectacular Crisis on Infinite Earths. Yeah, my dad was just calling. I got to call my dad back when I'm done with the sale. Sorry, Dad. I'm live. That's 1985 for the Crisis. 47 bucks. Yeah, there we go. Daredevil 184. This is a Punisher appearance. This is the classic story arc where Elektra dies. This is not the death of Elektra cover. I think this is after she's dead. No more Mr. Nice Guy. So 49 bucks on that. That's a 9.4. I bought this in raw, and I think I paid probably 35 or 40 for my raw copy. So that's a good one to have right there, and it's already graded. Daredevil 186, Frank Miller cover and art, 1982. 29 bucks. That's a cheap Daredevil slab. Somebody jump on these guys. Daredevil 254, origin and first appearance of Typhoid Mary. This is one that this character could pop at any given point. All it takes is putting her in a movie, and it's off to the races for this book right here. This is a good spec book. Typhoid Mary is a character they've used all over the place. She's been in everything from Spider-Man, Punisher, Daredevil. You know, she's gotten around. She's a fun character. And you can get a 9.6 right now for 75 bucks. Okay? You never know. Wonder why it's a 9.6 and not a 9.8. You always got to look at it and kind of see what the defect is. Looks like it's pretty hard to tell on those. The difference between 9.6 and 9.8 is the grader that given day. Let's see, the No More Mr. Nice Guy. Let me roll this guy back. Where'd he go to? He's right here. The 9.4. That was $49, Paul. So if you're interested in this, this is buy it now. So I'm not doing auctions with these comics. Whatever price I say, first person to comment gets it. So 49 bucks for a 9.4. And again, I'm telling you, I think I paid 35 for mine. It's probably a 7.8. It's a beautiful book, but I had to have it raw because I had to read it. This is all this Daredevil, Punisher, Elektra stuff. It's my wheelhouse. That's what I like in comics, that type of stuff. Plus, my wife is an Elektra fan, so I have to buy her Elektra stuff all the time. So if you want it, brother, Paul, it is 184. Daredevil 184, 49 bucks. All right, where did I leave off? Typhoid Mary, we did that. That's old Daredevil. Daredevil 41, the death of Mike Murdock. So this is where his brother gets the business. The boss will not be doing Coin and Knife Show as far as I know. I think he's probably home watching foosball or something. I'm not really sure what's going on. I haven't seen him today. So you guys are stuck with me tonight. So, and Tanner already left too. So, I mean, I don't know. We might sell the whole store. Who knows? And at least until the mic dies or something. So if I can figure out how to get that switched over. 1968, Daredevil number 41, 30 bucks. That's crazy. Like sometimes the way these prices go, like I know that I've seen this book on a wall at a comic shop for like, 60 bucks or something. It's a 6.0. It's probably like a slightly better grade. We got it graded, already graded for 30 bucks right here. So. Daredevil 44, Jester appearance. We got a Stan Lee story and a Daredevil book. That's pretty cool. 99 bucks on that guy. He's a 9.2. Hey, there's already pizza here. I did stop at 615 Pizza on the way, so it's technically a pizza party already. And while we're here, I stopped by KFC on the way in. I was gonna try to get some chicken because, like, I'm a man from the South. I like my fried chicken and mashed potatoes and all that business, gravy and biscuits. KFC was closed up on their lobby. They said they had 2 people working, and they wouldn't let me in. And I'm not gonna eat KFC in the car, so I was annoyed at that. So I took myself down the road, and I was gonna go in. Oh, get some pizza, 615, 615 out here. You can't eat in that either. So like, man, come on, 615 in Franklin, you can go in and eat. So this one's carry out only. So I got a pizza, brought it back here, whatever it is, a 615 special, super supreme. It's fantastic. So we're having a pizza party. They've left us alone. I'm having a pizza party. I'm irritated with KFC. And I've got Daredevil number 45 from 1968, Jester appearance, hypodermic needle panel. That sounds terrifying. And we've got some kind of Statue of Liberty photo versus comic art cover. I'm not really sure what's going on with that. That's $60 on this guy. Daredevil 46. Another Jester appearance. The Final Jest, it says. Stan Lee story. $55. Yeah, bro. I was pretty pissed, man. I'm not gonna lie. I like my KFC. Melanie, see that message from Christopher Todd there and text that to Tanner or something. Jester appearance. So I guess do we have two of these? We just did this. Yeah, we do have two of these. We have an 8.5 and a 9.2. The 9.2 runs 128. I've seen that come up in the comments before, where people say something about that. I don't know what it means. I don't have anything whatsoever to do with the technical side of this place. I barely know how to turn this thing off when I'm done. So that definitely is a question to shoot to somebody else. Okay, so Daredevil 48. Stiltman appearance. Who doesn't love Stiltman? Look at that ridiculousness. Stan Lee story again. Gene Colan and George Klein cover and art. This is 1969. Daredevil. $70 on this guy. See, we have no Daredevil fans in the house tonight. Daredevil 89. Black Widow, Purple Man, and Electro appearance. This is from 1972. This is a CBCS certified. Sal Buscema and John Romita. Look at that. That's John Romita Sr. Crisis in the Sky. It's like $26. Zombie and technology do not mix. There's my boy Chef. Oh my God. Chef, what's up, brother? That's one of my best friends from way back. We used to work together 100 years ago in the bars in downtown Nashville, handling business on 2nd Avenue. Dark Reign, The List, Secret Warriors one shot. What we got going on there? It's a variant 9.8. $61 on that. Hey, there's Primetime. Chef, yeah, check that out. I didn't expect to see you pop in here, man. All right, Dark Tower, The Long Road Home. Stephen, what we got here? Stephen King's The Dark Tower. I would have liked to have read this. I should have probably tracked this down when I was, working at the shop. $48 for this guy. He's in 9.8. That's a sketch cover, and it's awesome, awesome cover. Melanie, get up here and get me some more toys. I'm almost done with this box here. Deadpool Team Up, starring Captain Britain. That's Deadpool Team Up number 893. I seriously doubt that went 893 issues. They're doing some kind of gimmick numbering with that. $21. So $21 Deadpool slab. Get it for your kids, your friends, or whoever you want. Dead World, 1986, Arrow Comics, 9.4. That's pretty wild. What do we got there? $30 on this guy. Then we got another one. It's okay. She's got 20 minutes. Man, we got 3 of these. This came from our South Carolina collection. Our friend Steven Olson out there. He was okay, by the way. He didn't get swept away. Had some crazy weather, but it stayed away from him. He's got 3 of these, so he must have really liked this. So he got 3 of these Dead World number 1s. We got $30 on the 9.4. Anybody wants that, jump on it. Just bring me whatever is on top over there. Death of Wolverine number 2. Oh, this is shiny. Can I get that off the glare there? See what's popping. It's not lenticular. It's just got some kind of, I don't know, some kind of shine to it. Holofoil. That's the words. I should have known that. That's from 2014. $35 for a beautiful, beautiful cover. This is a fun story too. The Death of Wolverine thing for you guys that don't know. They killed Wolverine off back in 2014. He stayed dead for like a few years. They brought in Old Man Logan, another whatever. You know how Marvel is. They got all the different versions of all the guys everywhere, your multiverses or whatever. So, yeah, it's kind of like they did with the Deadpool. Hey, we got a signature series. So it's fun stuff. Death of Wolverine was a good story. I tracked it all down when it came out at the time. I have probably all of them and all the variants I could find. Death of Wolverine number 3. This is some kind of Canadian variant. And it's signed. It's a 9.8. This is signed by 4 different people. Signed by Charles Soule, Steve McNiven, Jay Liston, and Justin Ponsor. You got 4 SIGs on this guy. 4 of them. $150. Okay. That's not bad. That's the first Yo label I've seen tonight, but I see, looks like we have another one back here. Is that another one? Or let's put it back in the wrong place. Okay. Already did that one. I've got Defenders, number 26, 1975. 8.5 PGX, 30 bucks, another cheap slab. Dell Giants, 41, Yogi Bears Winter Sports. I think I saw one of these raw back there in that collection I was going through as well. 36 bucks on this guy. If you guys are Yogi Bear fans or fans of the Dell Giants, that's an 8.0 on that guy. The Demon, number 9, Jack Kirby story. It's a 9.6. We're looking at $49. No, I'm lying. $149. Why is that $149? Oh, Melanie looked that up. That's what it says. It's a 9.6, $149. Pete wants Defenders 26. All right, that is sold to Pete Weisgarber. I hope I didn't just butcher your name. I think I got it right. $30. That's sold. All right. Devil Dinosaur, number 4. That's 9.6. Looking at 50 bucks on that guy. 1978 Jack Kirby story. I'm a Kirby fan. Devil Dinosaur, number 5. 9.6. 90 bucks on that guy. 9.6. That is from 1978. Got 2 more books in this box before we move on. Oh, it's not even a book. What is this? The Dinosaur Sketch by Art Adams. Mixed Media 2006. Signed and sketched by Arthur Adams, 6/2/2006 for the Hero Initiative. That is crazy. So Art Adams fans will probably lose their mind. Again, we still, good job. Huh. Hey, that's good, man. I'm glad I got it. We're still not promoting this, so I'm aware I'm still selling comics basically to record collectors for the most part. I know some of you guys dabble both places, and some of you guys are watching the show because you'll watch anything that CollectCo does, and we definitely appreciate the support for sure. But this is a cool piece right here. Art Adams, comic fans would lose their mind on this. It's $100 is what we have on this right here. That's just crazy. Let's slide that back. It's just an original art sketch. All right. But I did talk to Tanner earlier, and we are planning on starting advertising this soon. We're going to start hitting the comic people, trying to pull more people in. Do You Poo. So if you're not aware of this, we got a bunch of these crazy Winnie the Pooh variants and covers and all this weird stuff. It's not official Winnie the Pooh. It's just crazy stuff. This is obviously, Batman Joker homage going on. This is Counterpoint 2016, signed by Merritt Michaels. Okay, what do we have on this Do You Poo? Don't call him Deadpool. Don't call him Winnie the Pooh. This is $200. These are actually pretty rare. All right, done with that box. I'm going to recap it super quick and then slide it out of the way. Cap number 8. Captain America number 9. That's a cool Red Skull cover. Red Skull. Got to point that out. That's actually pretty. I should have shown that better. Yeah, that's a cool cover. 25 bucks on that. If you want to know any more prices on this stuff, let me know. But like I said, I'm going to try to go through it quick. Catwoman 23. Catwoman 67. Civil War Frontline number 1. Comic Reader with the Stan Lee cover. Creature on the Loose. Crisis on Infinite Earths number 1. Daredevil 184, which we had some interest in earlier, but I guess we didn't have any bites. Daredevil 186. Daredevil 254. Daredevil 254 again. So I'm not crazy. I thought I pulled it up twice in a row. We have 2 different of the first appearance of Typhoid Mary. So we have 2 copies of this. They're both 9.6s. Daredevil 41. This is one that, like, you guys don't buy it, it's fine with me, because I'll just, after I show it, it's fair game. So you guys don't want to get this, I'll get it, add to my collection. I'm working on Daredevil. I don't have, I'm not so far into it. It's not really a big deal yet. I've got most of the keys. I got the number 1 knocked out. That's the big one. And I've got all the 184, 5, 6, 7, whatever, all the 80, 81, 2, 3, 4, the whole Frank Miller run. I pretty much knocked all that out. All the stuff for Elektra dies, First Elektra, I've got all that. But I don't have this. So this old stuff, you guys don't want to buy it. I will. It's fine with me. But you guys are getting first crack. Daredevil 44. And I'll probably crack this open. Like for real. For 30 bucks. I'll just buy it, bust it, and put it in my collection. And read it. Daredevil 44. Daredevil 45 with that crazy Statue of Liberty cover. Whatever's going on with that. Daredevil 46. 46 again. Daredevil 48. Daredevil 89. Dark Reign, one shot. Stephen King's Dark Tower. Deadpool Team Up. Got 3 copies of Dead World, all 3 9.4s. Death of Wolverine Holofoil. Death of Wolverine Signature Series. Del Giants Yogi Bear. Demon. I think I skipped this a minute ago. Did I show this? Maybe I did. Detective Comics 1027. So this was like the 1000th anniversary or something of the first appearance of Batman, because the first Batman's Detective 27. So this is Batman 1027. So it's $33 for that guy. And it is the Adam Hughes variant cover. So that's fun. We went from there to Devil Dinosaur number 4, Devil Dinosaur number 5, the Dinosaur sketch by Art Adams, which is fantastic, and the Do You Poo. So no takers on any of that. We'll slide this box out of the way. If I can get this guy in there, this box is so full. And we'll be on to something else. And let me know here on the comments, what are we looking for? Toys, action figures, what do we want? I'll see what we can find. We showed this last sale too. Giant X-Men box set. Old school figures. Not exactly the newest articulation, but you know, they still have their charm. Be nice in a retro display. I think we got $44.99 on that. And we have an Avengers box set as well. What we got on that one? $44.99 on that as well. Gotta like the vac metal on Iron Man and Thor's helmet. Any slabbed Valiant covers? Man, there's no telling. It's all alphabetical, everything that we're going through, so it could be anything, anywhere, could be in here. All right. Melanie brought me some more Star Wars that we're going to try to go through real quick. I'm going to slide this box out of the way since we've gone through this. Let's see if this works. Well, that's gone. I got a TIE Fighter, Power of the Force from the 90s. This is like 1994, 5, whatever, when they re-released all this stuff. And I assume any of this stuff has been resealed. I mean, there's tape here, but the tape is broke. We've got $46.95 on it. I believe Tanner said he's checked this stuff that he could. Vintage toys. Yeah, we're going to get into some toys, Jimmy. We did enough comics for a minute, so I'm going to try to go through some toys real quick. And Melanie, if you're listening and can hear me, slide back up front for a second. So, look, we got the TIE Fighter, and now I got Vader's tie. This has definitely been open. So, let's see. See what we're working with here. Okay. We have instructions. It's been put together and displayed. We've got some stress marks on the plastic there. I'm glad that I opened this up to look at it. But it still looks pretty good for its age. And we'll just call it battle damage, if anything. How about that? He's maybe taking a few shots. He's maybe taking a few hits. Find me some cool stuff, man, because I'm about to be out of the toys over here. So find me some cool, whatever got the tag on it that's Coleco stuff, that's not consignment. So, and again, you guys let me know what you're looking for. So I got some of this coming. I've got the Star Wars Power of the Force Rebel Snowspeeder. Is this the Luke version, or has it got the like the Hoth Trooper that gets stomped on by the AT-AT? Yeah, it's got the Rebel in there. So you can stomp on him with the AT-AT and crush him if you want to, whatever you want to do with that. It's 89 bucks on this guy. And of course, can't show Star Wars stuff without showing The X-Wing, the electronic X-Wing fighter. $72.99 on that. So anybody wants any of this, I'm gonna leave it sitting right here while Melanie brings us some more stuff. Bring me that Godzilla stuff. Yeah, it's whatever that is. We'll just run it through real quick. Show everybody that, and we'll kind of fly off with it. Then I have some more Raw comics we'll get to. All right, we got two of these guys. Jet Jaguar. $19.99 on this guy. Look at this horrendous piece of business here. You'll see that in your dreams tonight. $44.99. King Caesar. Yeah. So we're going to slide these back. You can take these back with you, Melanie. I'm just showing them. When you ask about them, we'll grab them. All right, more Star Wars, 90s Power of the Force. I have all these at home. I bought all this stuff. I told a story like 2 or 3 shows ago or whatever. When they put all this stuff back out in the 90s, I went crazy. I bought all the stuff, all the figures I wanted when I was a kid. But the Star Wars stuff was hard to find because it was just hot and you couldn't get a hold of it. I had like R2D2 and like I don't know, I had the Death Star scene where the thing closes in or something, where the trash thing closes. I think I had something like that. Maybe the play sets or something. But as far as the figures go, I didn't have nearly as many, as I wanted when I was a kid because there's so many cool characters. So when this stuff came back out, man, I bought it all. And it's all stuff boxed up somewhere in my closets in my house. It's minty fresh. I didn't open a single bit of it. So got it all at like Kmart and Walmart for like $4.95 a piece back then. What we have on these speeders here, I'm flipping it every which way. $12.95, that's not bad at all. $12.95 on this. Imperial speeder bike, what are we looking at on this guy? $14.95 on him. And we've got Leia on the speeder bike. She's looking at $14.95 on her. So anybody wants these speeder bikes, let us know. Melanie's found us a Godzilla puzzle. This is fantastic. Godzilla, King of the Monsters. Civilizations crumble as its death rays blast a city of 6 million from the face of the earth. That's why Godzilla is awesome. Blasting civilizations off the face of the earth with death rays. Sign me up for all of that. This is only $24.99. This is a puzzle, right? That's what we got working here.
Yeah,
it's a super puzzle. 1,000 piece super puzzle. Super puzzle. OG, like 1954 poster art or whatever. I dig it the most. I am a Godzilla fan. All right, while she's hunting over there, I'm going to bring some of these statues by again. We showed some of these before, but they're out, so I'm going to show them again. All right, these are all the Bowen mini bust, I believe. And you can make offers on these. This is the price that's marked on them, which is what their kind of going rate is. But if you see something you like, holler. If you want to see one, I'll see about opening it. I assume these have been displayed, but we bought them all in a collection. I don't know for sure. If you want to take a look at something, I think we actually did open Doctor Strange last time, and he looked fantastic. So we've got Doctor Strange, who's $29.99. I've got Scarlet Witch, who's $34.99. We've got Baron Zemo and the Leader, and the Leader's only $19.99. Baron Zemo is $29.99. So, kind of got that out of the way. She's still over there digging. We're still going to make a hit list too. So even though it's not something that I'm going to be able to dig out right now, stuff like the Valiant covers and that kind of stuff, you guys let me know in the comments. We'll add it to the hit list. I know we haven't got to it yet, but I work a full-time job outside of here and everything. So this, I'll kind of slide in when I get time to do this. So I haven't had time to properly get in and dig in and just go through this stuff as much as I would like to. So I know we're looking for Kiss Comics. I know we're looking for Godzilla. We're looking for Ninja Turtles. We're looking for Dark Horse, Aliens, and Predator, and all that kind of stuff. That stuff's all in my head. So I'll be looking for the Valiant stuff too. And hopefully just the more time I have to dig in this stuff, we can make some stuff happen. All right, these guys can go back over there. I have a consignment box too that I don't know for sure that I'm going to get to it. I might go through some other stuff. It does have some keys in there, but I cannot negotiate the price on them because it's consignment stuff. So the price, what's marked is what it is. But there are, like I said, there are some keys in there. So if you guys are looking for that type of stuff, I can pull it up here. Godzilla one more time. What did they even say the price on that? What even is the price on this? $24.99. Yeah, that's not bad at all. 1,000-piece Godzilla puzzle. Here, you can fly this back off where it came from. All right. Leia Speeder. Devin Race wants the Leia Speeder. What did we just do with that? We just flew that off somewhere. All right, let me bring my speeders back. Yeah, these almost took off, so we'll show them one more time. Devin has got this Leia for $14.95. That is sold. Before we take these other guys off, do you want Luke or the Imperial Speeder, the Imperial Trooper? Because these guys are about to go back off to the land of wherever they were at before. All right, these guys are about to take off. I'll get another box of comics out in a second. That's all we got for that. I got two more things Tanner pulled out, which I guess I'll show those next and be done with that. After I get this out of the way. It's crazy doing these sales because you're just basically talking to yourself for like 3 or 4 hours. But you know you're talking to however many people are logged on at any given point. Like one of the sales a few weeks ago was like 150 something people or whatever were on here between all 3 different platforms. I was over here just yammering about to myself, trying not to have too much dead air time. Kingdom Come Batman collector action figure. Looks like it's, no, it doesn't have a comic back there. It's just the art. $49.99 on that guy. And Deadpool drawing the Merc with a mouth. $28.99. This is a giant book. Star Trek and Japanese comics or toys. Okay, so we'll add that to the list of things we're looking for. I know I don't have any Japanese toys today or comics. So this is pretty cool. Collection of Deadpool art. So if you have a Deadpool fan in your house, in your life, that you know, this is a good thing for them. This is a great gift idea. Deadpool and Cable, I dig it. Agent X, collection of covers. There we go. Circle Chase, that's the first 4 stories of Deadpool's first solo deal, solo run. Okay, so there we go. That is $28.99 if you want the Deadpool book. And the Kingdom Come over here. We're going to fly this guy back off. Great art in the Deadpool. Yes, prime time. It is indeed. My friend Amadeus. All right. So that's it on the stuff Tanner had out. So it's up to Melanie to dig. And I've got some more comics. We'll do some raw comics next. Oh, she's finding some things. All right. She's finding some Halloween stuff. Good job, Melanie.
Yes, I am.
All right. Universal Monsters, Super 7, Frankenstein. Check it. He is 3.75 inches. Frankenstein action figure, $24.99. Does it glow in the dark? I don't know. It looks like it should. Oh, it does. It says so. It says so right on the front. Glows in the dark. So we got some pops. We got the werewolf and we got the Bride of Frankenstein. These guys are $14.99 each. And I've got a Super 7 reaction Frankenstein's monster. This guy is $24.99 as well. So we're asking about Godzilla. Yeah, maybe not a comic, but here's a Godzilla for you. Godzilla 1962 reaction figure. See all the waves they did on the back, collect all 12 monsters. My daughter got me one of these for Christmas or my birthday or something one year. It's hanging on the wall in my collection room. $24.99 on Godzilla. This is a fantastic little piece. I like them. You know, as far as reaction figures go, these are the best ones. It actually looks cool. You could get Godzilla and the Frankenstein monster. Make them fight if you want to. Whatever you dig. All right, all that shown. More pops. Michael Myers, $14.99. Halloween. I'm not sure what kind of look we've got going on with this. The neon aesthetic or something. I'm not really sure. And we've got Tiffany from Bride of Chucky. Also $14.99. So anybody's down with those pops, I'm gonna slide them over here. All right, so after that, we're gonna do comics again. Anybody wants any of that stuff, you know kind of what I showed, holler, we'll dig it back up. And I'm gonna slide over here to my Raw comics. This is a mixture of the stuff we got from the South Carolina collection and stuff, miscellaneous collections, where we've just bought records that have come with comic books. And here we go. So there'll be some cool stuff. What's up, Philip? Hello all. What have I missed? Well, you missed about 3 boxes of comics, a whole bunch of toys, some Star Wars stuff. For slabs, we've done 3 boxes of slabs already. And we can recap stuff here in the end as we go. We're about to get into a stack of Raw books here. There's some interesting stuff here. You know, some of it might be niche audience, like Fighting Forces. So Our Fighting Forces, featuring Captain Storm, Johnny Cloud, Gunner, and Sarge. This is Fighting Forces number 130, very good condition, $10. Generally, a lot of these war comics like this, they're beaters, man. You always find them, they're beat up because they're read to death. People love this kind of stuff. Again, comic shop, Grand Adventures, that I'm affiliated with, where I'm still there, you know, not on the day-to-day, but I'll still always be there. We had a whole short of this stuff, and I would just, anytime I was going through a box and I bought comics and had war comics, I'd always sort it out to the side, sort it out. And it's, we had, people would come from all over because a lot of shops didn't have dedicated war sections. And as soon as I did that, we started growing. Just a regular base was coming just to buy the war comics. And we had this one guy that drove down like 2 or 3 times from Maryland, drove to our store from freaking Maryland just to buy the war comics and hit the boxes. So I always thought that was crazy. And he was a good regular. So $10 for that guy. That's a 15-cent cover originally. DC Star Spangled War, $10 on this one. This is a great cover on this. Let me get this out of the way. What makes a GI finally quit and refuse to fight? Read it and find out. It must have been something. Cowards, yellow bellies, come back and fight like soldiers. A time to be alive. You know, just stuff like this is true. Just time capsules. Our Fighting Forces, Captain Hunter. Viet Cong target, Cold Steel for a hot war. Look at that, $10 on that guy for Fighting Furies 102. What year was the Monster Frankenstein on card? That's a Melanie question. She ran off with it already. So Melanie, she'll hear that and come back in a minute. Sergeant Fury, Blazing Battle Action. That's $9 on this guy for $145. Okay, war comics, which ones and which prices? Well, we get a whole stack of war comics, Alan. So I'll recap it here and make sure you're up to date on your lag. These are all buy it nows. These are not auctions. So you see something you want, say something. And you see something that you want a bundle or something, let's sell some stuff. I've got a question. What year was the Monster Frankenstein on card? So she's looking at that. The Super 7. She's looking for it. I think it's relatively new, but. Oh, well, we have 3 of them. If anybody wants more than one of these, or if we saw one and someone else wants a Frankenstein. There's not just a year, just readily available to be seen.
I'm not crazy. I'm looking.
You're the one that's crazy. I'm not crazy. There is, man, like, I'll tell you what, we're not crazy. Hive Mind, find the year on here. I can actually see it better on the screen than looking at it. Yeah, bro, I'm not seeing a year on this thing. You would think it would be right over here. We're going to slide this out of the way. It's holding up the comics. But look, here is the Frankenstein's monster. She says she has a better carded one over there too. He says May 2021. That's probably legit. But all right.
May 2021 PDW.
All right, there we go. Look, let's jump back to the beginning now. So War Comics. Once again, we're going to start from the top on these guys. First come, first serve on them. Just not auctions, buy it nows. $10 for Our Fighting Forces, number 102. Star Spangled War, 159, $10. Our Fighting Forces 130, that's $10. Blazing Battle Action with Sergeant Fury, Hell in the Pacific. That's $9 for this guy. Men of War number 11, it's $7. So Ricky wants the 151. Which one is 151? I got 102, 159, 130, 141, and 11. Sergeant Fury. So you're looking for the Sergeant Fury 145. Is that the one you're looking for, Ricky? $9, it's yours. Waiting on confirmations here. While we're waiting on all this lag to play out. DC, yes, sold right here. Sergeant Fury, 145, sold to Ricky Owen for $9. DC Star Spangled War, number 159. This is the one I thought was the coolest. I would have read this in the shop if I was bagging and boarding this, but I didn't have time today. So, $10 on that guy. Men of War, number 11, $7 on this. Weird Western Tales, starring the Scalp Hunter. Let's get this off. It's $5 on this. So if you're already ordering something, you want to throw it in on your order, $5 more bucks, you can check this out. At last, the Scalp Hunter finds his long-lost sister. Fear not, woman. All the white soldiers are dead. We are safe. That's crazy. Crazy stuff. Indians in there doing their business. All right, $5 on that guy. Unknown Soldier, number 211, $6. Charlton Comics. You guys were asking for Charlton last week. Ricky Owens wants a scalp. All right, sold. Weird Western Tales, starring Scalp Hunter, $5 to Ricky Owen. And while we're on it, Ricky Owen got the 211. What we got? Unknown Soldier, $6 sold to Ricky Owen right there. We're doing the raffle. I'm supposed to say this every few minutes. Everybody that buys something tonight, your name's going in the pot for the raffle. Everyone that bought something on last show and this show, at the end of tonight, if you bought anything, your name's in the hat for the $50 gift card you can use on anything at Coletco. I would prefer to use it on my sale buying comic books and toys, but if you want to go buy some Stinky Yellow records with Chad, you can do that too. All right, Ghostly Tales, 133, $8. That's a nice topical to the season. Try to get these notes off the front of it. See what's going on there. A shocking story of murder, money, and revenge. DC's The Unexpected, number 184. That's also $5. Try to pull some nice, cheap, accessible stuff out to kind of get you guys started on, because I know we're still trying to convert some of you guys from comics, from records over to comics. Unknown Soldier, number 216. We got this in fine, very good condition. It's got some business going on up here. $5 though. Can't beat it for $5. A lot of this old Crazy War stuff. Sergeant Rock. We got 2 more Sergeant Rocks. I got 412 and 413. They're $5 a piece. Alan Montgomery wants Unknown Soldier. So, Unknown Soldier, number 216, sold to Alan Montgomery. We got 2 Sergeant Rocks, $5 a piece, or you can take them both for 10. What a deal. Let's slide these guys over. Here's a cheap one. World at War, number 10. It's only $3. Alan Montgomery wants both Sergeant Rocks. Both Sergeant Rocks sold to Alan Montgomery, $5 a piece. All right, again, the World at War, $3 for that guy. So probably not the best condition, but it's not terrible either, actually. We got a little scuffing on there. It just happens to be, I look it up, it's $3. It is what it is. Not all of them are going to be expensive. So, all right. Fighting Army, number 136. This guy's also $3. 136, what do we got going on here? It was the GI's fist against the Samurai Warrior Saber. That's interesting. $3 on that guy. So for you guys that already maybe have bought something, a good little $3 add-ons there. Vision and the Scarlet Witch, number 8, $5. You got Vision, Scarlet Witch, Quicksilver, Luke Cage on the front, all kind of fun stuff going on. You have to track down the other 11 issues of this if you get it, but the collection we bought only had number 8. It is what it is. Here's a fun one. Harley Quinn, Loot Crate exclusive. Before you go crazy on it, I got a bid. I'll take the Fighting Army and World at War. Sure. All right. Both of these are sold to Alan Montgomery. Fighting Army and World at War, $3 a piece. This one's kind of beat up. This Loot Crate exclusive, Harley Quinn, you know, it might be 20, 25 bucks if you catch it somewhere, maybe more if you have it graded. But when I got it out, it's heavily red. I've got it for $7. Loot Crate exclusive, so you had to buy the Loot Crate to get it. See what I'm talking about though? It's seen better days, but it's still a Loot Crate exclusive Harley Quinn. I believe that's Amanda Connor art. She had a nice run on Harley Quinn. Who knows what's going on in there? So $7 on the Loot Crate Harley. What numbers were the Losers comics? Fighting Forces, the Losers. I have 130 for $10. And that's the only one I've got left. So, if that's the one you're looking for, Fighting Forces, the Losers, 130, $10. Pretty nice condition. It's got some spine ticks right here, some color break right there. But still, for what it is, it's a good deal, good book. The rest of the cover is beautiful. But like I said, it was red. If you want that, let me know. All right, Luke Cage, Power Man, number 35. Just a random issue of Power Man was in there. $5 on that guy. I didn't write the years down this week. Should have taken more time with this. Hey, here's a fun one. Justice League from 1987. Number 1. It's like Justice League Volume 2 or whatever we're looking at here. So the first cameo appearance of Maxwell Lord, which I believe if Melanie was up here, she would tell us the situation. He's like in a Superman movie or something, or he was in Wonder Woman, whatever the deal is with that. I like DC, but I don't know who Maxwell Lord is. The name didn't ring a bell when I looked it up. It just pulled as a key when I pulled it. And it's a Justice League number 1. It's $15 on this. And I packed in Justice Inc. number 2. It's a beater, but it's going to go out with it. It's normally a $3 book. Paul Brothers wants Harley and Luke Cage. Okay, sold, man. Harley Quinn, $7. Luke Cage, $5. Sold to Paul Brothers. And Scott Frazier says he will take Justice League to JLA. That's good. He came in right before you, Alan. I'm sorry, bro. So right here. Yeah, there you go, Melanie. Was in Wonder Woman 84 and is going to be in next year's Superman movie. Yeah, for $15. Not a bad deal. That's a good little piece to jump on. And you're getting the free Justice Inc. number 2. I didn't want to just sell this for $3. It's beat up. It's got some tears, so that's a giveaway. For some of this stuff, it's like just, I don't want to be putting $3, $2 books up here all the time. So I'm just going to pack it in with stuff and just give it to you guys. This is freebies. So that's sold to Scott Frazier, I said. All right, so if you guys were asking for Cap earlier, it's about to come back around. And I've shown this every time, and it baffles me that we haven't sold it yet. I keep saying I'm going to buy it, but I keep giving you guys a chance to get it. Avengers number 71, the final battle. You get $40 on this. This is 1969. You're asking for all this old Cap, old Avenger stuff. It's not old. It's not golden Cap. this is still good stuff. If we put this up on the wall at Grand Adventures, it'd have been gone the same day I put it up. And this is like the 4th time I've shown this now. So that's pretty crazy. I'm gonna slide this over here. And we have this Invaders, Captain America versus Hitler going on here. The invaders dared defy the Third Reich of Adolf Hitler, and so they must die. But you know that's not gonna happen. Captain America is gonna come out, probably punch Hitler in the face. Good times will be had. 20 bucks on this. This is also the first appearance of Union Jack 2 from 1977. So $40 on Avengers 71, $20 on Invaders 19. The Power of Warlock. Warlock number 1, 1972. The back cover has a crease. We've got 20 bucks on this. That's a pretty good piece too for 20. Normally these black covers just eat up. You know, we got some action going on right here with this. But really, this is fantastic. I probably should have looked at this a little better. But I said 20 bucks. If you want it for 20, we'll do it for 20. I had a $20 start, can't anticipating people were going to jump on it, but it's the second time I've shown this too. X-Men 222, Wolverine versus Sabretooth. I've got 2 of these coming up. This is $13 on this guy. So if you want to see Wolverine fighting Sabretooth, 13 bucks. And Uncanny X-Men 213, one of the earlier battles of Wolverine and Sabretooth, 13 bucks on this. Iron Fist 15. This is first app of the Bushmaster. It's the last issue of Iron Fist Volume 1, $25 on this. It's Iron Fist in his final battle against the X-Men. Alan Montgomery wants the X-Men. Which X-Men do you want? I showed 2 of them, bro. So I'll give you a second to decide. You want one, you want both. I don't know if your lag is behind. I showed 222 and 213, $13 a piece. Oh, let me help I get them on the camera, right? Until we moved everything around. I just got it down and then we moved stuff and I'm like trying to get it back together again. Let's give Alan some time for the lag to come back. Tell me which issue of X-Men that you want, bro. Both sold. $13 a pop. Good deal. And look, while you're on the X-Men, because I know we just had a little bit of a lag situation going, Iron Fist versus the X-Men, 1977. So, I mean, check it. And I actually need this issue of Iron Fist. I've got almost this whole run except this issue. I thought I did have it, and I looked it up and I don't. So, again, it won't hurt my feelings if you guys don't buy this, because after I show it another time or two, I'll just buy it myself. That's always how it is. Be my own best customer. That was the problem with working at Grand Adventures. My pulls went from like, I was pulling, 5, 10 titles to 30 titles, 40 titles, pulling pretty much the entirety of Marvel and DC at one point when it got its worst. It's the last thing from this collection. Here's a fun little piece. We got a comic bundle. Collectible comics. I don't know what's in here. 4 out-of-print originals. I thought to myself, I was like, I could open this and know what's in here, or I can just sell it. There's 4 comics in here. We're selling them for $2 a piece, so it's $8 for the bundle. So if you want the mystery bundle and you can look at it, it's not been messed with. It's pretty tight. Nobody can really look in there and see what it is. I've got no idea what's in here. So we got X-Men. I mean, I say I have no idea. X-Men 66 is on the front. And X-Campus, limited series, whatever that is, I don't even know what that is on the back. So if anybody wants to shoot their shot on the X-Men bundle, $8 you can have that. Alan Montgomery wants the X-Men bundle, sold for $8. Yeah, I don't know where that came from. If it's old, new, no idea. Just came in with a collection and I opted just to leave it in the bundle. Hope you get something awesome, man. Hope you pull some crazy stuff out of that. All right, let me recap my Raw so I get this out of the way. Hey, the Raw box, look at this. It's shrinking. And this was a giant pile to begin with. So, Iron Fist, Warlock, Invaders, Avengers, Fighting Forces. There we go. The Losers, 130. Vision and Scarlet Witch. The Unexpected. Ghostly Tales. Men of War. Star Spangled War. And Fighting Forces presents Captain Hunter. So before I roll this out of the way, if anybody saw anything and you want to make an offer on it, this is the time for that. Because it's going to just go back in the box, and I don't know when I'm going to pull this stuff out again. I'm going to try to have all new stuff next week. So you might not see this stuff again for a while. So if there was something here you're looking at, you want to shoot your shot on, tell me what you're looking for. We can see what we can make happen. Alan will take the unexpected. Let me dig it out of here. Alan Montgomery has the unexpected for $5. Anything else before I put it down? Nobody jumping in that Ghostly Tales? What was the number on the Star Spangled Comics? Which one are we looking at? Oh, that came off something. Let's see. We got Fighting Forces 102. DC Star Spangled War is 159. That's $10 on that. So. Ricky Owen says he wants Fighting War. You mean Fighting Forces? Is that what you want, Ricky Owen? Or am I missing a Fighting War over here somewhere? All these names sound the same. It all goes together. I'm guessing you're saying Fighting Forces, DC Star. Star Spangled War, that's the one you're looking for. So, Ricky Owen, you're taking DC Star Spangled War for $10. Confirming. Star Bagels. Yes. Star Bagels, Star Beagles. All right, DC Star Spangled War Beagles sold to Ricky Owen for $10. And that's cool. I'm glad you bought this because when I went through these today, I'm telling you, like from being the guy in the comic shop, I would buy these collections all the time. Again, you know, I've mentioned it a bunch of times. I was the comic guy at Grand Adventures for 6 years. I was buying collections. You guys ever bought anything from there between like 2017 and last year, early last year? You know, you were already buying comics from me back then. So this is the kind of stuff I would read. You know, I'm just going through there, just looking at stuff. It's a cool cover. You know, got the bubbles on there. Something's happening in this book. Something's crazy going on. That's the kind of stuff I would sit down and read at 2 o'clock in the morning when I'm in there doing comics. So we almost sold all of these war books. I'm going to just recap one more time before I put it up, because these are the only two we didn't move. Fighting Forces presents Captain Hunter and The Losers Fighting Forces. So it's $10 for both of these guys. I'm about to go ahead and put them up, but just making sure because we sold all of them but these two. So anybody wants to jump on these two, get it. Otherwise, they're going up. The sticker came off the Men of War 11, which I'll sort that out in just a second. While we're talking about Grand Adventures, the local guys out here, if you're local to the area, you may have seen the news, actually had a break-in. Somebody freaking broke in Grand Adventures, smashed the two guys actually. It was a homeless guy and one of his cohorts or whatever, maybe some guy in his homeless cohort. They smashed the door in Grand Adventures and they stole like $8,000 worth of magic cards or something like that. They caught the guys. They're in jail. It's just crazy. So if you are local, you know, obviously replacing a door is not cheap. You know, insurance probably doesn't cover that type of stuff like you think it does. So show them some love, you know, show up, buy something local from Grand Adventures Comics because they had a break-in, people stole a bunch of stuff. I'm sure they recovered most of the stuff, but it's still a lot of cost that goes into that. For a local business like that, that sucks. You know, it sucks first off because it was customers or people that at least been in the store because when they broke in, they cased the joint, they went right to what they wanted. So, you know, it just double sucks. So if you guys are local around to this general area, Grand Adventures is on Memorial in Murfreesboro. That is my home shop. So, you know, show them some love. Go buy some stuff this week, you know, because they're replacing a door. It just sucks that happened. All right. Pieces of crap breaking stuff, man. Like, who does that? Steals magic cards. All right, tangent off on that. So there's these guys putting this up. This is all the rest of this stuff is flying out of here. There's the Men at War. So this was the other one that we didn't sell. I'll make sure I get this on one more time. I found the tag floating. The tag came off on something else. The Men at War. This is $7 on this one. Gravedigger in the Death Camp, plus Dateline Frontline. That looks like a pretty good one too. $7 for that guy, for Men of War number 11. Good night, Susie. Appreciate you. All right, sliding these out of the way. That's all the raw books I had prepped for tonight. I have the book over. You know what? Let's go through this. I got this consignment box I've been sitting on, and I've been kind of reluctant to show it because the prices are just not exactly what I would have priced them at. But I'm gonna flip through it real quick because there's gonna be some things in here you guys are probably gonna want. But what year is the war? Haha, this lag. So you'll take Men of War 11, Alan Montgomery, that's sold. Men of War 11. I'm glad that I'm ADHD and can just do all this at once and just seamlessly go from saying about one thing to selling another book. So this box here, I was kind of reluctant to pull out. It's a consignment box. It's one of our partners with the store, but some of the prices are not what I would have priced this stuff at. So if it looks crazy, take it with a grain of salt and let's just keep going. And if it does look like a good deal, you can jump on it, all right? So we're gonna just go through it real quick, just one time. If you see something that you want, jump on it. There's some keys in here. There's some good stuff in here, but I have no movement on the price. This was all set up by somebody else, and all I can do is kind of show it, and anything, we get a portion out of what we sell out of this box. So anyone whoever's tagging this is out of the consignment box. So let's thumb through this real quick and see what we have, okay? And also, before I do this, I'm gonna give you guys time to get your lag caught up. Make sure we're all up to date, because this is all gonna be buy it now stuff. I'm not doing any auctions with this. It's all first person that claims it. And all the prices aren't bad, just some of them are. And I'm just telling you that because I'm just telling you truthfully. It is what it is. And I'm not gonna lie to you and tell you it's a great deal to get a Ghost Rider #1, first appearance of Danny Ketch for $59.95, because it's not. You can find this book cheaper, but it's in the box and that's the price they put on it. If anyone wants to buy this one, you can. And I would hope that you guys, when I tell you things like that, you learn you can trust me with the books. I'm not trying to screw anybody over on any prices. I'm trying to sell things very fair, where we make a profit and everything. But I personally would not have put that on this, and I'm thumbing through. This is kind of the one I looked at. I pulled it out. I said, $60, really? Really? It's Johnny Blaze. I get it. Not Johnny Blaze, Danny Ketch. It's the 1990 Ghost Rider. No, I can't do that. So. Yeah, they were, Steve. They were wearing Halloween masks at the break-in. All right, so we're about to go through a Secret Wars run, okay? So we've all got our lags caught up. We're all ready to bid on something if we want to. Secret Wars 8 is in here. The whole run, this is classic Marvel stuff, the whole deal. It's all, if you don't have it, you want it. This is must-have stuff for comic fans. If you're a Marvel fan, you need this run. If this is not in your collection, I don't know what you're doing. You need to get it. So we're going to start from the top and go through. Again, it's all first come, first serve. It's all buy it now. It's all consignment. I did not set these prices. If you like them, jump on it. If you don't like the price, it is what it is. Let's keep on moving. And we'll get through this box as quickly as we can here. Secret Wars 1, $49.95. Secret Wars 2, $24.95. Secret Wars 3, $34.95. Secret Wars 4, $19.95. Secret Wars 5, $19.95. Secret Wars 6, $19.95. Secret Wars 7, $42.95. Secret Wars 8, $164.95. I'm going to take it out, show you the condition before anybody wants to bid on it. Again, these are consignment prices. I sold this book probably 10 times at Grand Adventures when I was there. We had a whole run of it come through one time that I knew I should have bought because it was just high grade, but I didn't. I put it out for people, and one of our customers bought it, and they bought the whole run together. I sold the whole thing bundled, and I knew it was like super high grade. he took it and had it graded, and I believe signed by Mike Zeck and somebody else. So they all came back yellow label, CGC 9.8, except one of them. So like he got the whole run. He bought it all from us for like $200 for the whole run or something, and then took it and got it signed and got it graded at the same thing, and then brought him back and sold him back to us and made a mint. But we bought it back and we sold him again. It's Circle of Life at comic shops. Secret Wars 8, $164.95. Secret Wars 9, $19.95. Secret Wars 10, fantastic Doctor Doom cover, $29.95. Secret Wars 11, $19.95. Secret Wars 12, $24.95. We sold one of these a few weeks ago. Amazing Spider-Man 298. First McFarlane on Spider-Man's what we've got it listed at. $79.95. We sold a graded one for less than that, I think. Better condition. Merry Christmas, X-Men. This is X-Men 143, $24.95. Uncanny 144, that's $19.95. Sergeant Fury and his Howling Commandos, number 27. This is actually probably pretty decent. It's 12 cents on the Sergeant Fury, $19.95 on that. I know we got some Sergeant Fury people on here right now, so I'll give you a second on this guy. Adventure Comics, $278, $19.95. 10-cent comics. 10-cent DC right there. Adventure Comics. It's May number 296. Look at that. We got $29.95 on that. Adventure Comics, $39.95. Infinity Gauntlet. Look at that guy. Which number is that? I should know from the covers. I think it's the last one. Number 6. Yes, the last one. The final battle. I should have gave it away. That's $29.95. Classic X-Men, got Doctor Doom and Storm, $49.95 on that. Again, these are all consignment prices. Here's a fun one. DC versus Marvel, number 1, $19.95. That's actually not a bad price for that. I sold these a lot of times at the comic shop for 20 bucks a pop. DC versus Marvel, early 90s, man. Guardians of the Galaxy, number 1, $29.95. Here's a fun one. Super holofoil looking Spider-Man 375. It's a good price on this, $19.95. I sold these for 20 bucks, 15 bucks all day at the comic shop. Look at that beautiful 90s goodness right there. This is a book I probably have 10 of in my personal collection. It's another one. I'm like a raccoon. I see shiny stuff like this, I'd buy it. I used to find these all the time in dollar bins or for like $5 and just scoop them. And it's a book that's gone up. So that's not a bad price for that. And it's just beautiful. Yeah, Melanie, holofoil, that's right. And a Spider-Man and Venom too, man. Spidey versus Venom, the final confrontation. Really the final, how many more times do you think they fought since this happened? All right, so here's a fun one. Let's try to get it out of this bag. You'll take the gold Spider-Man. So Alan Montgomery, Spider-Man 375 is yours for $19.95. That is a consignment, Melanie. Make sure you make note of that. So Alan, if you took that one, you might like this one. So here we go, Spider-Man 365. Okay, what do we have on this? This is $33.95. It's got the little foil gimmick on it, but also there's an ad in here. Where are we at? Is this the poster? Is this the ad? Let me get it open. Oh, poster's intact. Okay, we got that together. Somewhere in here we have, there we go. The first appearance of Spider-Man 2099 appears in this book here. So whether you call it a cameo, first full appearance, whatever you want to call it. This is the first book he showed up in, Spider-Man 2099. We had a little ad section or something, whatever we're doing here. Just going through some stuff. Maybe it was a preview. I don't know. It's been a while since I read this. I probably haven't read this in 30 years myself. But yeah, that's more than a few pages. That's the first appearance. So first appearance of Spider-Man 2099 and Spider-Man 365, and that is $33.95 on that. Uncanny X-Men number 115. That's not a bad price either. $31.95. Any of the low X-Men, that's not bad prices on. Inner Sauron. I think this is one I need to. So again, this won't hurt my feelings if you guys don't buy that, even though it's a consignment. Spider-Man 114. The Day the X-Men Died. That's tragic. $39.95. Spider-Man versus Wolverine number 1. $25.95. That's a good price on this too. When I bought this myself, I bought it for $20, and that was like 10 years ago. So I'm sure it's probably gone up since then. So $25.95 is not bad for that. Spectacular Spider-Man number 1. $59.95. Got Tarantula on there. Here's another shiny one for the shiny fans. $26.95. This is going to be the Venom Lethal Protector, part 1 of 6. Right before Melanie loves this. We have several of these too. So yep, one she buys every time she sees it. Paul Nord wants Spidey versus Wolverine. So that is sold for $25.95 to Paul Nordstrom. That's done. So back to the Venom. We sold these all day at Grand Adventures, all day long. There's a black variant too, the gold variant or something, but this is the basic, the red one. The other ones I think were, what condition, if good, I take on Paul. Are you talking about the Spidey versus Wolverine, or are you talking about the Venom? Was the black cover Amazing Spider-Man? Let me back, we're dealing with two things at once here, so let me back up here. Yeah, that was the black cover is Amazing Spider-Man 365. He's got $33.95 on it. That's the first appearance of Spider-Man 2099. So that's the question to Alan Montgomery. And Paul, are you asking the condition of the Spidey versus Wolverine or the Venom? He's got it in a nice looking bag here. Let me get this thing open. So he's got it taped shut. He's proud of this one. Yeah, okay, I'm pulling it out, bro. Yeah, this consignment stuff, I didn't rebag or board or anything. And we're working on getting some more supplies. We'll have some more stuff, hopefully soon. This thing, I'm about to just, no, it's okay. We're just done with this, whatever kind of bag this is. This is garbage. He's got $25.95 on it. It's in good shape. We got a ding on the corner here. That looks good. Looks better out of the bag than it did in. So we got that one ding right here, 2 dings. It's kind of one in the same spot, one there. So we got 3 all day, but I'll give you a second. Al Montgomery wants the black cover. So right there, Spider-Man 2099, $33.95 sold to Al Montgomery on this one. I'm waiting for, let's see, waiting on Paul to let me know what you want to do with this. It's pretty decent, you know, for the, got the 3 ticks here on the corner. Everything else looks good. Well, it's the same 3, just from the back side. Looks worse from the back. Luckily, we'll be displaying it likely from the front. I've got 2 of these. I think they did like different, I have 2 different releases or something of this. Hey, the pages look good. Stan Lee presents High Tide. Yeah, this looks good. Black suit Spidey. Waiting on Paul to let me know for sure that you want this Spider-Man versus Wolverine, and it's yours, bro. Just let me know. Give me a yes or a no. And if not, we will open it up to somebody else to take it if you don't want it. You got the comment coming over here? It's funny. Okay, there you go. You'll take it. $24.95 sold to Paul. You can sort this. I'm not trying to put it back in that weird bag. All right, so the Venom, we still got it sitting here. What price do we have on that? It fell down to here. $26.95 on the Lethal Protector number 1. You know, you can do better, you can do worse. It's not a terrible price. So I sold them before Venom came out. I sold these all day for $25 and $30 at the comic shop. So that's what they were going for before Venom came out. I haven't looked it up recently. So I don't really know what it's doing. Again, it's a consignment price. I can tell you I sold it for 25, 30 bucks all day at the comic shop at Grand Adventures. We got a little scuffing on it, but it's still beautiful, hollow foil. If you want it to read, if it's got some dings on it, you can read it and not worry about messing it up. And this actually doesn't feel like it's been read, because when any of these type of covers, if you open them, they never close back right. And this does not look like it's been read. So, Venom, super shiny, hollow foil, lethal protector, $26.95. I'm about to put it back and keep going. All right, Uncanny X-Men, Enter Sauron. We did that guy, didn't we? Did we do that? I feel like we did that. Yeah, we did the day the X-Men died. We did that. Street Sharks. Street Sharks. I was trying to say that without saying sharks. Street Sharks. That probably would have been a whole different type of book. 1995. Archie, #1. Street Sharks. And we've got #2 and #3. Looks like we got a run of Street Sharks in here. $19.95 a piece. Again, I can't do anything on the price. If you want the bundle of them, take them all. There's a market for that somewhere. Young Avengers #1, $99.95. I sold this at the comic shop also for $100. First half of Kate Bishop. It's got some ticks on the spine there. Is what it is. So, $99 again, consignment. You can't do anything about the price on that. Miss Marvel, $58.95. It's Miss Marvel #11. The first appearance of, what is that, Melanie? Hecate? I can't read that. I don't know what it is. Hecate. Look, I don't know what that is. Witch Queen, sure. Melanie's coming in clutch with that. I never read this. Some of these Miss Marvel, like I think Mystique's first appearance was in one of these or something, but it's not this one. Superman and Shazam. It's DC Comics Presents #49. This is $49.95. That looks pretty fun. It's actually in pretty good shape, so if you like the price for that, that's a nice looking book. Strange Tales featuring Brother Voodoo, $49.95 on that. Beware of the Black Talon. We got some black magic, some highly satanic looking stuff is going on in there. You guys probably won't like that, I'm guessing, because I've shown that Son of Satan a few times and nobody jumps on that. It's still in the back. The Mighty Thor, the maddening menace of the Super Beast. Look at the face on that guy. What is going on there? $44.95 for that. Old 12-cent Thor, that's probably not a terrible price. X-Men Adventures #1, $24.95. Explosive action from the hit TV series. Is this one of those Pizza Hut giveaways or something? I don't remember what X-Men Adventures was from. Is this?
Yeah.
Gotta pop it. I know when I was a kid, I got a bunch of X-Men comics at Pizza Hut. I think I got some videotapes or something. Or this might have been like a different one. I'm sure it'll have Pizza Hut ads in it if it does. It might have been its own little run, or it might have just been the X-Men based off the, the cartoon. That's probably what it was. Because it would be plastered with Pizza Hut if it was the one from Pizza Hut. I get them mixed up. So many X-Men stuff. Either way, X-Men Adventures. So based off the original X-Men cartoon, #1 for that guy is $24.95. Melanie, can you put that back in its bag? Got some more old Thor, 154. $56.95 right there. Thor 154, 12-cent Thor. Paul says he bought a Deadpool versus Wolverine and a Wolverine versus Hulk, thinking about grading because condition is really nice. Also option on grading Spidey versus Wolverine. Yeah, man. Like me and grading, like I know we're selling a ton of slabs, but for my personal collection, I'm a reader, so like slabs, like buying slabs drive me crazy. If it's a book I have slabbed, I have it raw. I've got it in my collection raw somewhere. I have it twice. With the exception of like my Daredevil. I don't have 2 Daredevil #1s. I only have 1. And I bought it slabbed. My friends at Starbase Comics, shout out to those guys. They were out in Franklin. I think they're online only now. I used to buy a lot of stuff at Starbase, man. And they gave me a good deal on that. Daredevil #1. I believe mine's a CGC 2.5, I think is what mine is. And I only paid like $1,100 for that. So I felt pretty good about it. It might have been $10.50 actually, now I think about it. So love those guys. Shout out to Judd and the boys. All right, Marvel Chillers featuring Tigra, the Werewoman. $39.95 on that. Marvel Chillers. Modred the Mystic. I'm looking at this trying to figure out what this is. We got some kind of residue on back cover. Let's just slide this back down in here and keep going. I don't know what that was. Thor Galactus. Hang on. This is in a nice resealable bag. I love these resealable bags. That's what I use at home. I hate tape. I hate tape on comic bags. You open it one time and it's done. You know, never sticks back. Versus this guy's going to reseal. I don't have to worry about catching the book on the cover when I take it out. So, Galactus Aborning. Okay, Aborning. That's what I thought that said. I just had to make sure. Galactus Aborning, $54.95. That's some more 12-cent Thor. Moving into Amazing Spider-Land, we have Amazing Spider-Man 108 for $39.95. He's marked for murder. Giant size Conan the Barbarian #1, 1995. Yeah, this reminds me, I'm upset. We had a lead on a collection. They had a Conan #1. It was like a 9.4. We were trying to make a deal to get it. And I think the lady ghosted us, or she stopped commenting or something like that. She was out of Manchester. And that's where my mom lives. My mom lives in Manchester, who was on earlier supporting the show. Appreciate that. Adventures into Fear with Man-Thing, $24.95. It certainly would have been nice to have a first appearance of Conan in here, is where I was going with that. Here we go. Submariner. The Submariner, as they call him in the South, 29. That's $39.95. Looks like he's getting down with Hercules in there. Some type of Royal Rumble happening. He's getting clotheslined, or somebody's getting a backbreaker. Something's going on. They're having a battle. And your boy's out of water, so he's probably going to get the business. Hercules is going to win that round. Captain America and Falcon. What we got on there? First full Jack Monroe, $22.95. I don't know who Jack Monroe is. You guys let me know. You know comics, but you don't know everybody. It's somebody's name. Who knows? Cap 154, $22.95 on that. Masters of Kung Fu. Second appearance of Shang-Chi. What? $29.95 for the second app of Shang-Chi? Yeah, it can't be right. Melanie, look that up. Look, it's not ours either way, so maybe that's what it is. Look up the price on that. I'll set it over here so people can ponder it. I would just think the second appearance of Shang-Chi would be more than $29.95, but maybe it's the condition brings it down. I don't know. That's the fun thing with consignment stuff. It's like you just never know what it's priced at. Like somebody else sets the price and you just have to go with it. Yeah. She's looking that up. It's number 16. All right, we got Giant Flash, $34.95. So this is beat up, but if you like Flash, he's a run-in. Dune, number 3, $19.95. I got Avengers 257. First appearance of Nebula. All right, that's pretty cool. $39.95 for the first Nebula. I know you guys know who Nebula is, all the MCU fans out there. So, okay. Here's a fun one. I've got this book myself. Captain America, King Kirby is back and greater than ever. Look at that classic Kirby on there. You see that fist just coming to you. He's going to knock you out. $19.95. Captain America 193. It's a great cover. Got some more Dune in there. $19.95. Yeah. What's it top out at? I thought it would have been more. Melanie's saying this is a good price for this. It's decent. So you want the second Shang-Chi. Here it is for $29.95. Prince Namor again. Submariner, number 13, $67.95. Oh, my friend Wes would love this. Toxic Avenger, number 1, $79.95. Again, consignment. Fantastic Four, number 115, $39.95. We got another one of those? No, it just fell. What are we doing here? I just did that. Yeah, there's that cap again. Here's a fun one. McFarlane Hulk. They're making a figure out of this. I saw that. This same cover right here. So if you're going to buy you're going to buy the McFarlane Hulk figure, you're going to want to put the book behind it. Whether you get it from us or get it somewhere, it's a cool figure. It looks just like this. He's separating the Hulk logo with the figure. I just saw pictures of it today. I'm a massive Hulk fan. This is my wheelhouse. And I dig McFarlane Hulk, Gray Hulk. It's all good stuff. $32.95 on that for Hulk 345. X-Men 106, $39.95. That's probably a fair price on that. That's not bad. Avengers 115, $24.95. Incredible Hulk 165, that's $19.95. Avengers 171, $21.95. Human Torch number 1, $34.95. Now in the same, what we got? The Torch of yesteryear and Johnny Storm of today. So you got the old school and new school Human Torches fighting it out. $34.95. How much was Toxic? Let me roll him back, bro. Toxic Avenger was, where are we at? He was $79.95, bro. Again, consignment prices, I didn't price it. I haven't even looked it up. If it's going for that now, more power to Toxic Avenger. Melanie, you want to price check Toxic Avenger number 1? All right. I got Werewolf by Night. I love this stuff too. Number 4, $29.95. Captain America, First U.S. Agent, number 354, $39.95. Captain Falcon, that's 168, $23.95. Spider-Man Unlimited. So this is a Maximum Carnage begins here. So if you're going to buy the Maximum Carnage runs, that's like 13 issues that spans this. It was a great story. Yeah, I know, bro. Too much on the Toxic. I think too much for me too on that. Again, that's what I'm saying. Consignment prices. And that's anybody that wants to sell consignment through the store, whatever deals you guys make. I've had this box for a month, since before we started, and I didn't want to pull it out because some of the prices were a little wonky. And there's nothing we can do about it. It is what it is. It's a box that we have brought in that we're selling on consignment, and some of the stuff sold, some of it's not. And I've addressed my my issues with it, and that's kind of is what it is. That's why I'll just tell you guys when we're going through it if I don't think it's a good deal for you, because trust is the name of the game, man. Spider-Man Unlimited, $19.95. In the future, if anybody does end up consigning with us for whatever reason, if you've got some great key books and everything, we're going to sit down and maybe price things together and say, hey, this is what's realistic, and this is what I'm not comfortable selling this to my viewers, my watchers, at this type of price. Like, it's just Looney Tunes on some of this stuff. Wolverine, number 2, 3, and 4. $59.95. Wolverine 3, $19.95. Wolverine 4, $24.95. The number 1 wasn't with the collection, of course, or I would have put them all together and try to sell it as a bundle. Not a bad price on this one, or this one really, 3 or 4. So if you are looking for these and want to track down the 1 and 2, not bad prices on those. And that's the end of our consignment box. So just to pull it back out so everyone can see, we had the Secret Wars 8. If anyone wants to jump on that for a cool $164.95, holler. Otherwise, I'm taking this back to the consignment area. Yeah, Toxic. Yeah, Melanie's saying Toxic should be about $30, which is about what I had on it. So, but at some point we might, I pitched buying that outright and just trying to see what we can do with that, and then repricing some of that stuff. Because there's some good stuff in there. It's just, cuckoo prices. All right. We still alive. We still trying to buy stuff. What are we doing? I still got people on here. So let me know what we're looking for here so I know which direction I'm going. Because I have some more boxes of graded books I have not got into yet. I've got 2 more down here. I think one of them I haven't shown yet. This we did go through. Yeah, we went through that. If you guys are going to sleep on me, it's all good. I'll go to sleep too. I already worked all day today, so I will take my happy self home and call this a night. Whenever you guys are done, just let me know if we think we're done. Pete, we've got slabbed books for days. So some of this, see here. Where's the other box? There was another box. Is this the one we haven't been through? We have Fantastic Four. We have not been through this one. So I got 2 new boxes of slab books that we're going to hit right quick before I start calling it. Sergeant Rock. There was some. We've gone through a bunch of Sergeant Rock already. I've sold a ton of it. So, and you bought some, I believe. We'll see when I get going through it. We'll see. Melanie, you can check these boxes for Sergeant Rock real quick. Just kind of jump through. All right, I'm going to try to keep this quick. We're going to get it moving, okay? So before we get started, once again, like the page, comment, engage, talk amongst yourselves. The more you guys talk, the more this gets boosted up in the algorithm. So I can catch up on comments, you know, say something if you like it, you know, say something if you don't like it, just engage with it because more people will find it that way. You know, Facebook, YouTube, whatever is going to put this out there for more people, the more engagement that we have. So that's the name of the game. So like the page, share the post. If you're in comic groups, share it. In toy groups, share it. All that type of stuff. Again, the raffle, whoever bought stuff last sale and this sale, at the end of the deal, we're going to be picking somebody to win $50. Have we go through that yet?
Yeah.
Okay. Golden Age Batman, no. I'll tell you right now, there's not Golden Age Batman. There's some Batman in one of these. Yeah, Batman's in this box here, not Golden Age. So that's something we're looking for. And for all you guys out there listening, we are buying. I'm trying to move some of this stuff that I've already bought before I go out on another road trip and collect a bunch of stuff again. But we're buying. And if you've got keys, we're buying. Right now, I need raw books, okay? So if you have some Silver Age, some Golden Age stuff, and you're anywhere within my range and you want to get rid of it in bulk, and you understand the deal with us buying it, we're not buying it at market value. We have to find a friendly price because we're reselling it. So if you've got a giant bulk of raw books you want to get rid of or a collection, Golden Age, Silver Age, we'll pay a good price for it. You know, we'll make you happy. But it's got to be a nice meet in the middle price because we're looking for raws right now because I got slabs all day long. And I've only really got into we had 17 boxes of slabs we bought. Is that what it was? Yeah. And we've been through 5, 9. We've been through 9 out of 17 boxes. The other ones I haven't even touched. I haven't even opened them. Don't even know what's in them. From the rest of the boxes down, from like box 10 to 17, I haven't even looked at them. So. And I don't want to look at them. It's Christmas morning every time I get in there. I'm like, what is this? Oh, it's awesome. So here we go. Black Lightning number 1. I'm going to do this quickly. Black Lightning number 1, $200. This is the origin and first appearance of Black Lightning. Okay. Black Panther number 13. It's a 9.8, $36. It was a 9.6 on the first Black Lightning. Let me just back this up. This is a good book right here, first off. A 9.6, you never know what might happen. You might send this thing in, get it repressed, get it cleaned. It might come back a 9.8. You have a 9.8 for a first Black Lightning. 9.6s, that's what the gamble people always jump on this stuff for. They're hoping they're going to be able to hit the up on it. All right, Black Panther number 3. What we got on that guy? $47. And make offers too. If I'm going through something here and you're seeing it and you want to jump on it, but maybe just a little bit out of your range, I got a little wiggle room on some of this stuff. Some of it I don't, but some of it I might. Black Science number 1. It's a 9.8. This was a spec book. This gets optioned by Netflix or something. This is going to take off. It's only $70. You can get you a 9.8 right now. Black Terror number 1. That is $73. New 52 Batman number 1 from 2011. This is the second print of this guy. It's a 9.6. He's running $81. Batman 21. His first appearance of Duke Thomas, $30. Nice cheap Batman slab, $30. Now I've got Batman 21, but signed by Greg Capullo and Raphael Albuquerque. It was signed in 2013. It's a 9.6. This guy's $92 for a double signature. Signature's right there. If you liked Batman 21 so much, you bought it 3 times and had it slabbed. Here's a 9.8. $30 for this guy. So I've got 2 9.8s of it, and I've got a slab 9.6. All right, Joker's Daughter, lenticular cover. Is this lenticular? Yeah, it's lenticular. It's just not moving in the camera. You can't really see it. What am I doing wrong here? I can see it in my life, but I can't see it on the camera. But trust me, it's kind of lenticular. It does a little thing. So that's 57 bucks on that. Beware the Creeper, number 1, 1968. What do we got going on? 133 bucks. That's 8.5. That's some old school stuff from 1968. I'm like, I refuse to believe there's another Batman 21. There is another Batman 21. 2013. I have 4 of these. Somebody buy one of these. I have 4 of these Batman 21s. First appearance of Duke Thomas. So we were specking hard on this. Let me tell you the year. I'll tell you the year on things. All right, we're looking at which one in particular you want the year from. I'll let you know, bro. But from here out, I'm going to say the year on this guy. 2013, right here. This is the Dark Knight Joker's daughter. The Creeper. That was 1968. Batman 27. That's the crazy cover. Whatever was going on with that, I don't know. That's from 2014. Signature Series, Batman and Two-Face, signed by Matteo Scalera. 2014 is when it was signed. It's a variant cover. The book is from April 2014. Is that what that says there? You can see this is a steampunk variant again. Yeah, this is 100 bucks on the yellow label right here. 100 bucks on the yellow label. All right. Bat Family, first appearance of Joker's daughter, Dula Dent. So this is Bat. I thought we sold this last time, but I guess we didn't. 167 bucks on this. So first appearance of Joker's daughter, and we had the other Joker's daughter. So I got 2 Joker's daughters books if you're into that type of thing. This one is 167 for a 9.6 with off-white to white pages from 1976. Blackest Night number 1. Retailer incentive sketch. This is the death of Hawkman and Hawkgirl. This guy is only 50 bucks for a 9.6 death of Hawkman and Hawkgirl. Blackest Night number 4. Beautiful cover. Sketch variant. All kinds of crazy stuff going on there. It's only 30 bucks for this guy. He's 2009. Blackest Night again. 2009. It's a 9.8. 64 bucks for this one. Bone, number 13 and a half. This is a Wizard deal. Normally it's Wizard 1/2. This is 13 and a half. 30 bucks for the Bone. And that's 1995. Bone number 5 from 1992. 30 bucks on that. Batman Brave and the Bold. We got a Demon appearance. We're looking at 59 bucks for that. That's 1973. I got Batman Brave and the Bold number 97. We're looking at $35 on that. And that's 1971. Batman and Wildcat. That's pretty cool, 9.0. All right, Brightest Day number 8. Ryan Sook cover. It's a variant, 9.8. That's $30 on that guy. And the Captain America with Capwolf, Uncivil War. That's some kind of horror stuff going on. 728. We got 138 bucks on that. That's a cool one. Pete wants Batman 1973 Demon. Let's back it up. So you want this one, Pete? That is Brave and the Bold number 109, Batman and the Demon from 1973. It's $59, confirming that you want that. That's it. You want it, it's yours, bro. Sold to Pete Weisgarber for $59. All right, is that the end of that? All right, that's the end of this box. I'm gonna slide this guy out of the way, and then we're gonna get into a box that's brand new. We haven't got into this at all yet. So, haven't shown it any of the previous shows. Box number 4. So, it's labeled box number 4, but we went through the 5 unnumbered boxes before I started pulling boxes 1 through 4. So I had 5 unnumbered boxes that were like the magazines, the horror stuff, all that type of the high grade stuff by Scratch and Dent. I had several of those that we've already pretty much gone through and shown several times. And this is the last box that I have already priced. So nothing from this I've shown. It looks like we start from, it's the C's through the beginning of the G's. So if I'd priced one more box, we would be at Godzilla for the guys that asked about Godzilla. So Godzilla will be coming next week because we stop off at Giga number 1 is going to be at the end of this. We're not going to get there. I'll give you a heads up of what's coming. We got some Fantastic Four on the way. We got some Flaming Carrot, some Flash Gordon, some Forever People. Hang on a second. Yeah, we got a big book coming up. That's what I thought. So, I got 2 of them too. Okay. We got some big keys coming down here and down the line. All right. We'll let you guys know now so you can think about it, think about your lives for a minute. But DC fans, you maybe know what's coming. The DC Special Todd McFarlane issue, the G.I. Joe. We sold the G.I. Joe slab last sale. I don't know if it was that one. But the collection we bought, he has a lot of McFarlane, so it possibly could have been. I don't think there's any G.I. Joe in this. In the back, that's the other box down there. Yeah, we have one G.I. Joe. See if it's a McFarlane. Yeah, we got a pretty big key coming up in the back of this box. I'm pretty excited about it. I don't know if you guys are going to jump on it. I know still, keep saying, I know some of you guys like comics, but I'm still, no, it's not McFarlane. I'm still selling comics to record fans. I know you guys are watching the show, the Collectco people. I know you guys know the deal by now. I'm trying to convert you guys from records to comics and toys and everything. But we got a pretty big book coming down here in just a minute. All right. We showed one of these in a previous box. Here's the next one, Captain America Volume 4, Number 8. That is $25. So first off, $25 cap slab. Cap's all chained up. Some business is going down. So if you want it, holler. $25. Can't beat that for a cap slab. Plus we had the other one in another box. We can dig it up if you want to try to get the set. All right, Enormous. This is a Hastings. Who doesn't love Hastings? My boy Joey used to work at Hastings when he was my comic guy. Hey, look, Assassin Cat's on. Is that AC? I don't know. And yeah, and Melanie, my wife worked at Hastings. So yeah, Hastings. I used to love going there, get coffee, buy comics, buy DVDs, video games. I miss Hastings still to this day. And hey, did we sell that Nightwing book that Robin book we were talking about last sale? The one that we asked, we had the whole Robin conversation and the Tim Drake. I think we sold it, didn't we? Because I didn't see it going back through today. But yeah, my daughter's on, and I asked her a question on the sale last time we did it, and she wasn't on to answer the Robin question. She's a Robin expert. She knows everything about all the different Robins, and she will just go crazy and tell us everything if a Robin book comes up, or Nightwing, or which Robin is Robin. Anyway, Enormous number 1, Hastings edition. It's only $20. $20 slab on that. And we've got several of these Enormous number 1s. So I'm only going to pull it out one time, but I've got 5 of them for Steven really liked these, I guess. We have a variant though. I'll at least pull that. Oh, these are all different. So Hastings edition. He was specking on this, I guess. Enormous variant 1. There's a Phantom variant for that guy. That is $20 on that one. That is 9.6. It's $10. What? Phantom Kaiju. All right, we got $10 slab, guys. It costs like probably $30 to have that slab. But again, I'm telling you, you'll learn with this. I'm pricing by GPA. I'm trying to price fair. If it says it's sold for $10, I'm putting $10 on it. I'm not marking this stuff up. I'm going with market value on this stuff. And that's what GPA's got it at. You want a $10 slab for Enormous 1. If you already ordered something, you just want to throw a $10 slab on your pile. I don't know what it is. What is this? What is Enormous? I don't even know. But for $10, figure it out. Here's another one. $33 on whatever that one was. Enormous Phantom variant. Eternals number 2. First appearance of Ajax and the Celestials. That's pretty cool. That's a 9.0. So Paul wants the $10 slab. So let me back that up. Find that one. So that is sold to Paul Nordstrom, the Enormous $10 slab. All right, so the Eternals, first appearance of Ajax and the Celestials. That's a pretty big deal. It's a 9.0. It's only $25. What? I'm gonna let that marinate for a second. 9.0. I got $25 on that. So the Eternals is 1976. Try to show you guys too. Maybe you guys aren't as familiar with it. So with the slab, if you can even see, I don't know if you can see on your screens. You got the year, you got the book right here, 876. It'll tell you the first appearances, any key information will be over here. Your grade will be here. It'll tell you what, if your white pages, you know, whatever it's looking like on the pages. Jack Kirby's story, any information, who does the cover, all that'll be here. So Pete says he will take the Eternals. So this is sold to Pete. So if I'm holding it up and you're kind of looking at it, I'll try to, I know I'm probably just all over the place with it. But the year, all the pertinent information is up here. You want to see the back on any of these? Let me know. Because some people buy these based off what's on the back, believe it or not. People, you know, we used to come to the shop and look for, hey, you have this with the back ad of this. A lot of the video game stuff. People make like posters out of the video game, like NES, Super Nintendo, you know, ads used to be on the back of this, or arcade games, and they do art with that stuff. This, oh yeah, Melanie did stuff. She made all kind of stuff, journals and lampshades and ink pens. We got Happy Landing airplanes on this guy, but it's sold to Pete for $25 on the Eternals. All right. Extreme Carnage Agony #1. That's a 9.8. We're looking at $39 on that guy. Okay. Again, you guys take a moment, make sure we're all up to speed and we're not lagging, because I've got a pretty big super key for DC coming up here shortly. You're going to want to make sure your feed is not lag behind. So, and I might actually do it as an auction just to make sure, because it's a pretty big book. So, Fanboys versus Zombies #2. I don't even know what to tell you about that. CGC variant cover, Flash 123 homage, sure. $110. What? Sometimes it doesn't make sense. It's comics, man. Somebody paid that for it. Fanboys versus Zombies #3. It's a Virgin cover. It's a Detective Comics cover swipe. That guy's only $40. We got that guy twice. You're on the wrong night, bro. No records tonight, Miro. You got to find Chad for that. I'm Brian. I do toys and action figures and comic books and all that fun stuff. All right. I got Fantastic Four #108. That's 1971. Jack Kirby art. $89 for that. Yeah. Yeah, Colecco's about to be running all kind of stuff. We're just doing records. We're doing all kind of stuff. Get Chad on here. LOL. Yeah, Chad's watching football or he's sleeping. Or he's watching football in his sleep. John Buscema cover art. We're doing Roy Thomas story. Fantastic Four 129. $130 on this guy. Fantastic Four 137. Shaper appearance. $46. Fantastic Four 140. That's 1973. $71 on that. Fantastic Four 140. Again, we've got 206 on that one. He's a 9.6. 9.6. That's pretty crazy. That's right, bro. No coins tonight. Chad is not coming at all tonight. No coins, no knives, none of that fun stuff. I haven't seen Chad all day since I've been here. He might have been here earlier this morning, but yeah, Sunday is not a record day. I don't think it has been a record day. Normally, yeah, Paul does a psych record deal, but Chad doesn't do Sundays with that. He does the coins sometimes, but that's it. Fantastic Four 152. 9.4. Thunder appearance. $53 on this. Fantastic Four 186. That's a 9.6 right there. I've got $130 on that. That's the first appearance of Salem 7. Fantastic Four #38. Frightful Four. There we go. We got $114 on that. That's a 7.0 from 1965. All right, Pete wants the Fantastic Four 152. Let me back that up a second. Fantastic Four with a Thunder appearance for $53. That's sold to Pete Weisgarber. I don't want to butcher it again. Let's see where I was at. Showed that one there. That's it. Yep. Fantastic Four Atlantis Rising #1. That's a 9.8 wraparound acetate cover. $30 on this guy for a Fantastic Four. Faust #1. First appearance of Faust. First appearance of Fritz Whistle in a 4-page portfolio. It's a 9.2 from 1989. North Star Comics. That's $65 on that guy. I'm gonna just, it's redundant. I've got that 3 times. And Firestar #3, Canadian edition, 1986, $23 for Firestar, $23 slab, 9.4. I've got Flaming Carrot #14, Flaming Carrot Comics. That is $30 from 1986. I'm gonna slide this over here. I think I have a better vantage point of this, selling it in the middle here. All right. Yeah, that's better. Flaming Carrots #15, 1987. If you're into this type of business, that's $30 on this one. Flaming Carrot #8, 7.5, $30 on that one. I got Flash. That's 1964. 142. We've got $136 on this old Flash. In Pursuit of the Trickster. Flash Gordon #5. $73. I'm gonna skip these 2 to finish this last one. I'm gonna pull my keys out. Firestorm #61, 1987. That's $99 for this guy. Giga #1. Shogun Warriors cover homage. This is from 2020. It's a 9.8. It's $30. Grade on the Flash. Let me roll it back to the Flash. 6.5 was the grade on the Flash. It's a PGX 6.5 Flash 142. The Carmine Infantino art and cover. John Broome Gardner Fox story. It's graded in 2013. And it's a cool $136 if you want the Flash. And let me know if you want that Flash, then I'm going to go to the big book. What's Brent's the one. Brent Radley's the one looking at the Flash. Pass on the Flash. All right. So here we go. I'm going to pull out Forever People #1. First full appearance of Darkseid, Darkseid, whichever way you want to call it. Everybody, even the creator, has different ideas. I always called it Darkseid, but then you see interviews where like, oh, the creator, said Jack Kirby said it was Darkseid, Darkseid. I always call it Darkseid. We're going to call it Darkseid today. It's a 9.0. First appearance of Darkseid, first appearance of the Forever People, and a Superman appearance. So for DC people, this is a pretty big deal. This 9.0, $253. And considering that is the key, I would consider this as an auction at first, let you guys marinate because there's lags and all that, let you guys think about it for a minute. First appearance of Darkseid. That's basically the DC version of Thanos, for those that don't know. And he actually came first, right? Yeah, pretty sure he was first. Yeah, this is a good one. And this is probably the best book that we've pulled out of this so far. Well, technically the one I pull next will be better, but we're going to get to that in just a second. So yeah, that's 9.0, first appearance of Darkseid. It's 1971. It's off-white to white pages. Again, this is price market value with GPA, so this is the going rate for this book. Didn't mark it up crazy. This is what the numbers tell me it is. $253. Sit it right here. Give you guys some time to think about it. I mean, Jack Kirby came from Marvel. You know, he was one of Stan Lee's early partners or whatever, and
Yeah.
he jumped ship. He jumped ship, goes to DC. I'm not really sure what the fallout was. What was the issue? They had some type of
I don't remember
deal.
what they had a fallout over.
Yeah,
He was partner.
yeah, they were partners. Jack Kirby goes to DC, does all this crazy stuff, and then he ends up jetting back to Marvel at some point. So $253 for the Dark Side first appearance, first full appearance. Looks like we don't have anybody want to jump on for an auction, so I'll make it a buy it now if anyone gets on it, and I'll pull up the next one after that. And spoiler, it's the same book, it's just a higher grade. So let's go ahead and pull it out again. I have 2 first appearances of Dark Side. This one's a 9.4. So I have a 9.0 and a 9.4. The 9.4 is $393. The 9.0 is $253. Thinking we don't have DC fans on here yet. It's all good. It's the growing pains of growing a new thing, jumping out into a new avenue, you know, branching out, teaching people about stuff that might not know. This is a book, again, that if I take this to Grand Adventures, this book is gone. It's not, it wouldn't even probably make the wall. We'd have some box holders that I would text and say, hey, guess what we got? Guess what's in? It's in and out. It doesn't even, I have probably people hit me up. As soon as I posted it, they'd be claiming it. This is how I know that we're still selling comics to record people, stuff like this. And it's all good. I appreciate the record people being on. I appreciate it. We're going to convert you yet. I'm going to get you guys. But this is some high quality super stuff right here. Oh, I feel it. 253 for the 9.0. That's not bad. And 393 for the 9.4. And that's CBCS on the 9.4, CGC on the 9.0. $225 for the 9.0. Yeah, I'll take that. Pete, if you want that, I'll give it to you. $225 for the 9.0. So sold to Pete Weisgarber, $225 for the first appearance of Dark Side. 9.0. All right, anybody want to shoot their shot on the 9.4? You're welcome, brother. I appreciate you. You guys will see too, man, the more that we make these sales and do this and wheel and deal, I'm making mental notes. Who's buying, who's coming in, who's making deals with me. And the more you guys make deals with me, the more I'm gonna be making deals with you. I'm gonna be prone to accept some offers. You know, if I know you're a returning buyer coming through here, getting stuff from me week after week, I'm gonna take care of you. You take care of me by helping me when I'm trying to launch this wing of Coletco. I take care of you by hooking you up with deals wherever you can, whatever I can do, you know, because I will. We got our margin in here, and that's within our margin of still making what we need. The price on the 9.4 is $393, and that's the GPA analysis of what this book is doing right now on the market. And I'll also make a note, this book has room to grow. A 9.4 right here for that character, for Darkseid, this is gonna go up. This is not a minor DC key, if you're not aware. This is a major book for DC fans, for DC movies. This guy ends up, we put him in the movies and this thing pops off right and the movie's not terrible. Because DC, you know, I don't want to say, oh, it's going to be the golden ticket. Because DC movies have not been like the best sometimes. And sometimes the books come out or the movies come out and the books go down, depending on how they do it. You know, generally the movie comes out, everybody likes it, the book explodes, it goes up hundreds of dollars and it doesn't come back down. You know, the hype goes crazy, or it might come down after a few years, but not as much as it goes up. Movies tend to make things pop. He's a character that will be used eventually in a movie. They're going to get him in there. Hopefully they do him right. And the book's going to blow up. So definitely room to grow on this. $393. Anybody wants to shoot their shot, I might take a little off it. But again, that's the going rate currently. And aside from recapping, that's probably the last book I'm going to do. I might go back through and recap some things and Yes, AC, you are completely correct. The DC live action stuff, it's 50-50 with me, but the animation is fantastic. We had the DC app, DC Universe, or whatever they called it when they first launched that, where they had all the animated stuff and movies and everything. It was like Netflix for DC. It was great. We had it for like 2 years, and then they canceled it or rolled it into Max or something, and then it just sucks now. Like I don't know. They should have stuck with it the way they had it. They had the Swamp Thing show on there. 340 on the 9.4 Forever People. What about 350? Philip, if you'll do 350 on it, that's still a great deal, especially with considering what this can do, where this is going to go in the future. 340 is a $50 hit for us, but 340 is. I feel like I could probably explain that better at 350. $345. Let me defer to Melanie a second. What you think? Got $393 on it. The offer's $345. Melanie's saying she would take it. I tell you what, we'll take it. Just like I'm talking about. I appreciate you guys supporting it because it's all going in. I got a certain quota I'm trying to hit per sale. I got goals I'm trying to hit, and this is helping me get there. Little by little. Like we did better last sale for sure. We definitely sold way more stuff last sale than we did this sale. But it is what it is. It was still a growing thing. We're working on it. So it's all good. It's sold. Philip Sweet, $345. Forever People, 9.4. So we got to make sure we differentiate these whenever we're shipping. There's two of these, a 9.0 and a 9.4, so we don't send the wrong one. So Melanie, you're in charge of figuring out that happens to gets to the right person. All right, we still got people on, man. You guys are kind of slowing down, so let me know what you're trying to do here. If we're trying to buy things still, or are we done for the night? Because I can wrap it up, or we can recap some stuff. It's up to you guys. Oh, it's all good, bro. They put comics on me, so I'll just kind of tell them, man, I'm growing it, bro. Like I'm getting you guys in and trying to make it happen. So, we could have sold it for more on eBay, but I don't want to do that. I don't want to sell on eBay and be playing with eBay. We could list all this stuff on eBay. That's not our game. We're trying to sell. We're doing our own thing right here, selling to you guys. We don't need eBay, just because we get more for a lot of this stuff, but that's not what we're trying to do. We're growing Collectco as a brand. eBay is not part of that. There might be some stuff ends up on eBay that we show it 10 times and we can't move it. But aside from that, right here, right now on the sale, that's when we're trying to make this happen. Did you get any Azrael tonight? You know what? I actually did get the first appearance of Azrael in my personal collection yesterday, I believe. And that's what the Sword of Azrael #1. I had a nice little order from Lone Star Comics for my comic shop.com come through. A bunch of old Incredible Hulks I was looking for, and some Azrael. Again, I'm a comic guy. I buy this stuff all the time. So, but no, I didn't see any Azrael. Didn't see any Robin. Didn't even see any Nightwing. And have we been through this still? There's one more box we didn't go through. Is it the high end stuff is still over here with all the Kid Colt?
Yeah, the Kid Colt.
So look, we got one more. Pete's out of here. He shot his wad. He's good. So appreciate you, man. Thank you very much again. I'm going to slide this out. I got one more box, and then I'll have shown every single box I pulled up. It is a recap from last week, but there's high-end stuff in there, expensive stuff in here. And this will be the last box I do. Yeah, I'm going to do one more box, bro. So you want to hang around, hang around. I'll go as long as you guys are buying stuff. Believe that. When the sales slow down, that's when I'm just going to go home. But as long as you guys are buying, I'll keep selling. I just have to look at, the box and see, hey, is this growing? Are we moving stuff or not? Otherwise, I'm just talking to hear myself talk. All right, so here we go. This has got all the Kid Colt, a bunch of Western stuff, and some high-end 9.9s and a 10, 10.0 coming up. Doctor Strange 171. Once again, I'm gonna do this quick. $73 for the Doctor Strange 171. This has got a Dormammu, if I can say it, cameo on the last page. Full page ad for Silver Surfer #1. This is good stuff. Okay. Iron Fist #12 is 51 bucks on this guy. What we got going on with this? Shield and the Power. Iron Fist versus Captain America. $51. Can't beat it. Giant Size Kid Colt and Rawhide Kid, $53. This is from 1975. Giant Size Kid Colt #1. And buckle up, we're going to be going through a bunch of Kid Colt real quick. Kid Colt Outlaw #207 is 30 bucks on this guy. This is 1976. Kid Colt 152, $25. 1971. Herb Trimp cover. Kid Colt Outlaw #129, 1966. That's 34 bucks. The Range War of Vengeance Valley. There we go. Kid Colt Outlaw. Meet the Fat Man and his bewitched boomerang. Comics are crazy. 1964. Stan Lee and Larry Lieber stories. 55 bucks on that. Sorry. Kid Colt Outlaw. What do we got? #130. 35 bucks on this one. 1966. Kid Colt Outlaw #151. 9.6. 180 bucks on this guy. It's from 1970. It's a 9.6 though, so that's pretty good for that. Kid Colt Outlaw 148. That's 1970. Drop that gun, Colt, or else the girl gets it. Yeah. 180 bucks. That's a 9.6 on that. Kid Colt #97. That's 1961. 94 bucks. We're almost out of the Kid Colt. One more. Kid Colt Outlaw #98. That's $69 from 1961. See what happens when the kid is trapped by the King Cobra. Kid don't ain't got a chance. My man don't get in my wheel. Look at that. I don't know what's going on. Vengeance of King Cobra. Sooner or later, we're going to get the Kid Colt guy back on here. He was on the first week, and we sold a whole bunch of like raw ones. But yeah, there's literally like 10 of these. So if you know anybody that likes Kid Colt, let them know we got it. Aquaman #32. This is 1967 Ocean Master appearance. So Melanie loves Aquaman. She's got a bunch of Aquaman books, but really just those Jason Momoa covers. So yeah, they did a bunch of those when the movie came out. She's looking at this too, so somebody buy this so she doesn't. Signature Series Cage #6. It's signed by Mike Colter, the actor that played Luke Cage. Signed this book. So if you watched any of the Netflix Luke Cage business, that actor signed this book. How much for the Aquaman? Aquaman was $78. 9.0 Aquaman 32, 78 bucks. Back to the Luke Cage. You can't even get that guy's autograph for less than, for probably 50, 100 bucks, something like that. We're selling that right here for 45. Kid Zoo Comics. That's #1 from 1948. 1948. 10-cent comics. That was like a million years ago. 6.0. $63 on that. This is the one that Melanie's going to have to figure out for us. I think it's Spider-Man Universe X Special #2 in German. It's a German edition. 9.6. 100 bucks. She took some German. I don't know. War Heroes #1, 2008. What's that say? 9.9. Look at that business. 9.9. Two different covers. This is the Mark Silvestri cover. Silvestri, whichever way you want to say it. That's his cover. 100 bucks. CGC 9.9. You don't just get 9.9s, but here we go. Daisy Cutter, The Last Train. This is Platinum Mint 10, but it's PGX, so it's probably like a CGC 9.4. So PGX 10, Daisy Cutter, #10 right here. That's Viper Comics from 2004. 205 bucks. You don't get a lot of 10s out there. Yeah, it's PGX, but it's still a 10. So here's one we almost had a buyer on last time. Punisher 218 lenticular. This is the War Machine homage, where Frank Castle stole the War Machine armor and went off doing crazy things. It was actually crazy awesome, and it's doing a cover swipe of the old school when War Machine, took over the Iron Man book or whatever. This was a really great idea in comics, and they really should have stuck with this longer than they did. Because Punisher in the War Machine armor, when they had the skull and everything on this was money. And we sold a ton of this stuff at Grand Adventures. But this is 309 because it's a 9.9 mint. Mint. So once again, 9.8s. That's what you're used to seeing. We're going through 9.9s right now. We got a 9.9 Choker #1, signed by Ben Tipplesmith and Ben McCool. I don't know what this is, but it's signed. So the cage, yeah. Paul, let me back it up here. So the Signature Series Luke Cage, you're looking for this. It is signed by the actor, by Mike Coulter, yes. And I've got 45 on it. Iron Fist #12. That's like, is that way back here? Where we see Iron Fist 12 at? Let me do one thing at a time. So this cage here, the front of the box, very front. I got Doctor Strange. I've got Iron Fist #12. Yeah, there you go. So you want that for 51, Pete? You can have it for 51 if you want it. There we go. Now we got some activity happening. So Pete, you want this for 51 bucks? It's yours. All right, that's sold. Iron Fist 12, 51 bucks. To Pete Weisgarber. All right, now let's see what else it had. So Alan is looking for Aquaman and War Machine. But before I get to that, let me deal with this cage. So the Cage 6, it is signed. You're offering 30. Let me come back with 35. How you feel about that? Want to do 35 on it, Paul? You can have it, which is 10 bucks off, which is still a fantastic price for a book signed by, the author, but not the author, the actor. So you guys know the deal. I've had books sent for Signature Series. I had stuff sent in for Donny Cates' signature, and it was like 200 bucks to have it submitted to get it graded. It was a Venom book he had done or something. Yeah, we paid like crazy to have the signature and the whole process done. And once you have it done, the book doesn't sell for what you had to pay to get it done for, and that's just that's just how it is. That's another reason the graded stuff is like just wild, because they certainly paid way more than $45 to have this done, to have this signed and have this graded and shipped back and all that business in the book. It's crazy. 35 sold to Paul Nordstrom. Thank you, sir. Cage #6. All right. Yeah, Melanie's crying because she was looking at it. Thank you, though, because we're supposed to be paring our collection down, not blowing it up. All right, let me get back to the Aquaman real quick. And the Punisher you're looking at. So the Aquaman is $78 for the Ocean Master appearance. Aquaman 32 from 1967. Okay. So you want that? I'm going to set this guy right here, and you're asking about the Punisher as well. And the Punisher is a 9.9. It's 309 bucks, bro. But that's because it's a 9.9. You can buy the book raw for way less than that, but you're not getting a graded 9.9 for less than that, because that's the going rate. Unless we make a deal right now, which if you're looking at it and you want it, it's the time to make it happen. This is a really good lenticular. He says, thank you also to Melanie. Like that Joker's Daughter lenticular that we had that was kind of like not as good. Like this, I can actually see it moving on the screen here. The other one, I couldn't see it do anything in the screen, but this one, you got War Machine, and you've got Punisher, and you've got War Machine, and you've got Punisher. So, yeah, this is great. I've got this book myself. I think I have 2 of these, actually. So, again, this is my wheelhouse. Punisher stuff, that's what I love. You'll hear me sometimes get excited about selling this stuff, because Ghost Rider, Punisher, Hulk, Amazing Spider-Man, Morbius, that's stuff that I really love. That's just for whatever reason what I gravitate towards with comics. I'm going to set these right here while Alan's pondering his life on these guys. And I'm going to slide back through the rest of this box. Got Spider-Woman, Marvel Authentic Spider-Woman, John Romita Jr. pinup on back cover. This is $100 for also a 9.9. I told you this was the high grade. There's the Romita sketch on the back. On the front, pinup on back cover. So this is probably worth more than $100. So the Punisher's too much. It's cool. Yeah, but when I looked it up, I think I had problems even finding this, to be honest. I think I just put $100 on it. Was like, screw it, we'll just sell it for $100. Because it's definitely worth more than that, but I know that I wasn't pricing it too high for this Spider-Woman. So I'm going to put the Punisher back for now, and I get it. I know $300 is a lot, but again, it's a 9.9, and that's where the money's at with this kind of stuff. There's the G.I. Joe. What is this? What was the deal with this? This is Devil's Due Publishing. G.I. Joe, Real American Hero, Master and Apprentice. It's a 9.9. $100 on this guy. Yeah, and Firefly, or if Joey was on, Joey would tell us who all these guys are. I know Storm Shadow and Snake Eyes. I think that's Firefly or whatever the other guy's name is. I don't know. I get them mixed up. Hey, somebody asked for Star Trek earlier. There is one Star Trek thing coming right here. Star Trek Crew, John Byrne, sketch cover. This is $100. It's 9.9 again. Told you everything in this box is, and the end of this is expensive stuff. And this is stuff where you're looking for the right buyer, you know. This is not for everybody. That's the joys of comics, just like records. It's not for everybody. Like, but I wouldn't personally buy this for my own collection because I'm not a super Star Trek fan. It's cool that it's a 9.9. It's cool that it's a retailer incentive, but we just got to find the right person for this, you know, and then we'll move this kind of stuff. So that's what's in that box. I'm not going to recap all the Kid Colt because that's Snake Eyes and Kamakura on the front of the G.I. book. See, I don't even know who Kamakura is. I liked G.I. Joe when I was a kid, but I was like, I watched the cartoon and played with the toys and didn't really get too far into the comics. So if this is like some like a newer character or something they did, just, you know, if I didn't have a toy for them, I don't know who they are. My favorite was Serpentor. I always loved that whole little, you know, 5-part movie thing they did. I stayed, you know, got home from school, rushed home, tried to, you know, watch that. I think I even stayed home the last day to watch the last part of that series. Arise, Serpentor Arise. You know, that was crazy stuff. Transformers, G.I. Joe. That was my business when I was a kid. How much was the Star Trek? Star Trek's $100, man, for the 9.9. I'll slide it up here. Star Trek Crew #2. I might do another box, Pete. You never know. I might say that I wasn't going to because we sold enough stuff. Maybe I can rationalize doing another one, or maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just recap stuff and just go home. So we're gonna make sure we're passing on Aquaman. I'm putting him back in the box. Okay. See, I love learning this stuff. I'll remember that kind of going forward on it. His new stuff. He has a toy, so I guess new stuff. Devil's Due Comics. Yep. Yep, it's all good, bro. We'll see you next time on it. See if I still got people on here, man. So we're still going between all three places. At the least, I might just recap some stuff. I'm not gonna pull anything else new out. Let me double check. There's no more boxes hiding, right? We pulled everything out. We showed everything there was to show. All the stuff I intended to show, we went through. Did we go through this? Yeah, we did. Went through that box. The only other thing I'm going to recap real quick is the magazines. There was a war book by Mark Miller. I think it was 100.
Where were the war books at?
Talking about this? Yep. 9.9 sketch, War Heroes #1. The Mark Silvestri sketch, Silverstreet. I can never say that right. $100 on the War Story sketch. You want it? 2 different sketch covers exist. This is from 2008. Mark Miller story, Millar story, however you say it. This is a cool cover too. Yeah, I'll do 85. Sold $85. Alan Montgomery, War Heroes. All right. I said, as long as we're selling, you know, I'll stay on and do some stuff. Any Superman? Melanie, check those boxes for Superman. We sold some Lois Lane earlier. We may have some more. Sold the Daredevil stuff, Detective Comics. All right, I'm sliding this box out of the way. He's taking flight. I got some Batman. It's not the stuff y'all are looking for, though, probably. Already showed all that. Yeah, I guess we sold it all because we had the Lois Lane and we had the DC Presents or whatever DC Comics Presents. I think we sold those. Are gone. All right, let me go through this one more time on my favorite stuff, the Eries, all the horror stuff, the 60s, 70s, Warren Publishing stuff. People were asking about this last week, every week. And, you know, some of the high-end stuff is left. The cheap stuff you guys already bought up. Erie number 10, 9.6, 1967. That's $210. And the back of this guy has a cool Batman ad. Recap of signatures. Melanie, come look for my yellow slabs, please. There's some over here while I'm doing this. Erie number 12, 1967. $44 on this, so there's one cheap one left. It's $8.5 on this. That's 1967. Erie number 36, 1971. It's $7.5. $59 on this. We've got a Vampirella ad on the back, which we've got a Vampirella number 2 back here. I haven't brought it out yet because, again, I'm kind of waiting until we get some more comic people on here. But there's a Vampirella number 2 in the back if anybody's into that type of things, but it's not cheap. Warren Presents number 8, Panther. We had 2 of these. We sold one already. This is crazy stuff. You can just pull all the signatures out and keep them together.
Okay.
$35. And look at that, man. What? We got Star Wars Empire Strikes Back action figures. Checklist on this thing. That's cool. That's kind of stuff I'm telling you people will come to buy. They look for the ads on the back of the stuff. It's crazy the stuff people collect, but it's really not. It's cool, you know. They come all the time for the video game ads and, hey, have you seen the Action Comics? It's got the Bartman on the back or the WrestleFest on the back. And I'm like, yeah, we've got them. And there's some that we almost just knew to reverse bag because people come for it. Pizzazz number 1. This is Star Wars. Includes everything. All the stuff's in there. $207. Not cheap. Marvel Graphic Novel 16. The Aladdin Effect. This is $119. We've got a beater copy of this in the store back there in the boxes, but this is the 9.8. Batman Damned, number 2. 9.8. $45 on that. I'm going to run through those signatures in just a second, bro. And Vampire Tales, the daughter of Dracula. Now unto us is born Lilith. I love all this stuff. I've got this stuff collected, or I would probably be buying that. $110 on this. That's what's left. This is all that's left from the magazine. So if you guys were with us on the very first week when we had all those boxes of magazines, we sold them all down to this right here. It's all that's left. All right, and we sold this stuff. All right. Art Adams, we're doing the signatures now. This is a dinosaur sketch. So it says, what we got? The Hero Initiative. That's what he did it for. That's what I was looking for. So if you're an Art Adams fan, here's a freaking sketch he did. It's $100. Look good hanging, however you do it, whatever you're doing with it. Art Adams fans. All right. Do You Poo. 9.8. Signed by Mariette Michaels, Marette Michaels, whoever. I don't know. This one's crazy. That's $200, so that's wild. Again, make offers on some of this stuff. It just is what it is. I'm pricing it with what the market says it is off GPA. Death of Wolverine #3. This is a good one because it's signed by Charles Soule, Steve McNiven, Jay Leaston, and Justin Ponsor. It was signed in 2014. You got 4 signatures on there. 9.8. So 4 sigs. It's $150 for this guy. And we've got Batman and Two-Face, #28. It's signed by Matteo Scalera. It's Batman Robin 28, but it's Two-Face. You know, they did a little gimmick where they marked it out and had different things going on. So the variant cover, steampunk variant cover. So there's that. And one of our 4 copies of Batman 21. This one's signed by Greg Capullo and Raphael Albuquerque. This is from 2013. This guy is a cool $92. So Paul, there's your recap of signatures we have left from the books that we showed tonight. So outside, just going back through this same stuff again. I've shown everything. So some people, you know, did just say they just got on. Was that Tammy that said she just got on a second ago? Late to the party, but made it nonetheless. Yeah. Anybody want to see anything else? You want me to recap boxes again? Or are we good for the night? Cue the Jeopardy music. Yeah, I don't have my V8 like Chad, so I'm dying over here. Tammy Hinkle's looking for Batman still. I got Batman over here. Let me mute and get a drink. I say that. Where the damn mute button is. I do have some Batman. Alan, appreciate you. Thank you very much. You got to roll. We're about to roll too. I know we're just kind of going with it. I'm trying to get these last minute sales out. Anybody wants a Batman or something, we're going to try to make it happen. Yep. Got a drink of water. All right. Batman was in this box right here. I will pull it up and go through it super quick, super duper quick. And if you were on last week, it's the same stuff. It's the same B box I had last week. Or 2 weeks ago, rather. Let me get to the Batman. Batman #1, second print, 2011, new 52. Okay. $81. OBO. Or best offer. $81. You want to shoot your shot? Shoot it. It's a 9.6 on the second print. Batman #21. I've got like freaking 3 of these, 4 of these counting the side one. They're all 9/8. So, first appearance of Duke Thomas. No, it's all good. We can go through them real quick. I don't mind. This is the last box we're going to do though. Joker's daughter without lenticular. That's not as lenticularly as the Punisher. It's a 9/8 on that guy. $57. And I think I've got some Batman 27 on here, $30 for that one. Batman Family #6, first appearance of Joker's daughter. It's a 9.6 on that one, $167. That's a good book. Every time I show this, I'm surprised you guys haven't popped on it. But I know it is what it is. Here's the Blackest Nights. We sold the Death Metals, I think, that were in there. And Batman Brave and the Bold and Wildcat. So that's Batman Brave and the Bold 97. It's a 9.0. Got $35 on that. So we're about to call it. It's been fun. Appreciate all the support. It's your last chance if you want to jump on something that you saw. Otherwise, we better start cleaning this mess up and go home. Because I've got to work in the morning. Yeah. All right. Appreciate you guys tuning in. I believe the plan is do it next week. I think Chad may be doing the coin show next week. I don't know how often he's planning on doing that. But I am planning on doing this next week, and I'm going to have some new boxes out. So I'll try to show all new stuff next week. Appreciate you guys very much. And I'm going to try to probably be on, I think it's 7 is the plan. Yeah, I'm going to get the Godzilla next week for sure. It's going to be in the very next box I get. So we're going to start with Godzilla. So make sure you get on in the beginning because that's going to be the first box I get because I'm going in order with the boxes. So appreciate you guys again. Appreciate the support. Thank you guys very much. Don't forget about the raffles. If you did buy anything tonight, you're automatically entered between last sale and this sale. Appreciate you guys very much for just coming in and hanging out with me tonight. Made the store some money, you know, helping me out some selling this stuff. I'm gonna try to be back next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. And I am out. Thank you.